Look at us examining these devices when we should be serving
We're
the public.
device examining. I'm getting the ads prepped. I am prepping the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to
the Kind of Funny Gamescast pre-show. It's episode 200.
Number 200.
We're getting crazy. You've given me ample time, Jared, to plan something crazy for this episode, and I am here to tell you I didn't. I didn't do any of that.
You faked it out for me for a second too.
No, I wish. I'm so sorry, Cool Greg. I'm so sorry to everyone for letting. Why the fuck are you calling me? Give me a second.
Wait. There he goes. You know what? This is it. Episode 200 off to a banging start right here. We're getting a note that says audio.
Is there audio, Cool Greg?
I can hear it.
Okay, let's see. Audio. Guys, let us know. Can you hear us? Can you not? Let us know. What a sweater. Love that sweater Greg Miller's wearing. Y'all hear me? Yep, fix the things. Okay, apparently they can hear us now. All right, everyone get drunk and high at the same time. I mean, do what, just don't drive and make sure it's not in violation of the law wherever you might be. Ladies and gentlemen, this is indeed the pre-show for episode 200. Tim has done nothing special because, as I've endeavored to point out to you many times, Tim is in fact a menace to society and to the stability of the game space in general. His get hype moments threaten to overturn the fabric of reality. Tim is the video game equivalent of Superman's flying around the world the wrong way.
Hey everybody, it's me, Greg. Sorry, I got this really cool Christmas sweater from one Amy Gills, and I wanted to take a photo of it and put it up, and then I ran out of time.
That is a bodacious sweater.
So now you're going to see me edit and post a Instagram post. It's going to be crazy, guys. Strap in. And I know I'm not verified, so this post means jack shit to the world, but...
So, Greg Miller, now that Portillo is a character in Guacamelee too.
Sure.
Okay, that was pretty bodacious.
Thank you.
But I have been of the opinion for a long time that there are not nearly enough Christmas video games.
Okay.
I mean, really, since Elf Bowling,
I'm with you.
Not a lot of them, right?
Since what?
Elf Bowling.
Come on, get on the same
Not familiar.
Not a lot of Christmas video games. A Portillo-themed Christmas video game.
Sure.
That could be great.
A Portillo-themed any video game. I think really
What
sets
is the best Christmas video game? Should we save this for the... No.
This could be a fun one. I have
Should
a list.
we save this for the... No.
This is good.
You have a list already?
I do. I mean,
Christmas video games?
Yeah, of Christmas video games. Well, when I said that I think there should be one, to the point that like I've sketched out rough notes for what mine would look like. So I've looked at other Christmas video games as part of that.
Do you want to hear
Absolutely.
This? Do you want to hear
Things
this?
like Get Frosty. Why don't we save that for like maybe like the last episode?
We can save
of the
it for
year?
whatever. We can do whatever.
Yeah.
Or you call it the
Christmas.
boss.
This horn.
Oh, this horn.
I kill it.
Remember, just like
Remember Game of the Year 2016.
I remember that. I've listened to that episode.
Was it 2016? We had the studio.
2015.
We were
Oh,
Whichever one it is, where the horn's
right.
going
Uncharted 4.
So it would have been 2016 then, yeah.
Like,
and you can't actually hear the
If
horn
you
much
don't
in the
remember,
cast.
it was
but
me, Tim, and Colin. We were trying to get all these episodes done. We were doing like 3 podcasts a day. And yeah, we finally got to the end. Hey, let's go. We're going to do the game of the year. And then this fucking car alarm went off for the entirety of the
and
entire
you kept
thing.
talking about it over and
Well, we were
over
dying. We had to do
over.
something. We just wanted to stop. We just wanted it all to stop.
The
We couldn't
madness.
stop
You wanted
it.
it to be ended.
yeah, that was horrible, but it was so kind of
It was so kind of funny, especially for
perfectly kind of funny.
Garbage truck on fire, indeed. But yeah, we can talk maybe like in one of next week's episodes, talk about Christmas video games.
We can do it right now.
Well, I'd like to bring my cheat sheet in if you don't mind.
Gotcha.
So I can do it right.
Okay.
Because there's that game where like the SNES game where you fight Santa Claus, for example.
No,
that's pretty amazing.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I don't think I could name a Christmas game. Like,
Jared, can I ask you something?
What's that?
Does the South Park game on N64 where you get to pee into the snowballs and throw it at each other, does that count as a Christmas game?
I didn't put that on my list, but I think that there's an argument to be made.
For sure.
Yeah. God, I forgot about South Park N64. No, but there are remarkably few of these. There are some good ones. There's a couple of really good homebrew ones.
I feel like themed games are hard to pull off.
Well, Halloween, I mean, you have Costume Quest works
yeah,
great.
which wasn't like a runaway success. I mean, you have such a limited window when to go with it, right?
But Christmas comes every year, and if you built something
So
evergreen.
does Costume Quest.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I play Costume Quest every year.
There you go, see?
So there we go.
Now usually we come in here, Tim, we have no fucking idea what we're going to do for the pre-show. I came in with 2, possibly 3 high-quality bits. Bit number 1, the Amy Gill sweatshirt, right?
it was good.
Which, by the way, smells either like Amy Gill's or just an Irish store. Either way, I like the smell of it.
I don't know what Amy smells like.
I don't either. Well, I mean, I don't. I couldn't pick her smell. I've been around her a few times, but I don't know. Number 2, posting the photo of the sweatshirt to Instagram. That's another good bit right there we just did. All right, and it's up there right now. Everybody go check it out.
Okay.
Now, number 3 is where I want to get a bit buck wild, if you'll allow it, Tim. Our friends at Daybreak sent us new coffee mugs, right?
Okay.
Along with these we are stirring up something sweet. They call it hot chocolate on a spoon.
Oh.
Where you put that, you get hot water or you get hot milk. And you put this in, stir it.
Jesus
Then
Christ,
the chocolate
they've thought
goes
of
in there,
everything.
and then there's a marshmallow attached to this as well.
Gosh.
Now, my question is, now stick with me, it's going to be a walk for a second. When I was a child, Tim, at school, right, I had a juice box of apple juice, and I took cocoa mix and put it into it and stirred that up and drank it at lunch, then got violently ill on the school bus home.
Okay.
My question is, I think it sounds pretty great to take this hot chocolate stick and put it into my coffee.
Yes.
Is that going to be bad and hurt me
Hot
and make me
chocolate
throw
coffee?
up?
Yeah, that'll be delicious.
That's great.
I mean,
I've done that many
That's what a
times.
mocha is, Greg.
Yeah.
You're mocha me crazy, you know?
Oh,
On
that was good.
my oft commented about keto diet.
Yes.
There's a kind of
You
a
didn't like it?
chocolate sweetened powder.
Cool Grey didn't
I put
like
in my
it.
coffee sometimes.
Didn't like which part?
The mocha me crazy.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, Cool Greg.
He just looked at me dead in the eye. He goes, I didn't like it.
I don't like it.
Oh, man.
Vince Patel says, I don't mess with those. They have artificial sweeteners in them that make you poop.
What, are you talking about the keto thing or these?
He's got to be, he's talking, okay, look at that. That's a solid block of chocolate, everybody.
Yeah.
And
No,
he
the,
goes,
the keto, like, the
Stir,
keto
stir, stir,
chocolate mix that's like monk fruit sweetened. Most of it's terrible, but I found a brand I really like. And it lets me have kind of like a mocha coffee, and it doesn't taste bad at all. It
Okay.
tastes quite good. So I get to have chocolate. It's rare. It has carbs in it. Still, I still
Sure.
have to be careful, but it's nice.
I like that filthy casual shirt, Tim.
I'm jealous of that right there.
Thank you very much.
Look at how, look at how
Someone
it's
in the
getting.
chat earlier, I lost it, but was saying that, like, oh my God, we finally done it with a little sad face. Like, we've killed Tim's hype. Let me make this clear. Episode 200 of Gamescast. Should I have planned something? Sure. Should we have planned something for every big tentpole episode of any show we've ever done? Sure. The problem was I've used up so much of my hype with the showcase, and we're getting ready, gearing up to use so much hype on
January
January 4th.
Yeah.
No one man can have all that hype. You know what I mean? You gotta pick and choose your hype battles. And I'm choosing January 4th over the 200th episode of Kind of Funny Games. Is today's episode going to be a banger, though? Yeah, it is.
A banger.
A banger of an
banger
episode.
and mashed?
What the fuck is Kevin sending me right
Oh,
now?
God, here we go.
Uh-oh.
It's a Reddit link, so it's either going to be something funny or something
Oh, my
disgusting.
God, this smells heavenly.
Yeah?
Oh, can I have a sniff? Oh, it smells better than the Amy sweater.
Okay, don't insult
The
me.
Amy sweater's so nice. That smells better.
I don't know how I can send this to Cool Greg. I'm going to try to figure it out.
Oh, no. Oh, goodness gracious.
All right, it's good.
It's overpowered the coffee and it just tastes like cocoa, but I ain't complaining.
That's what I'm saying. You already had the heat.
MC Fixer
He's added
asks.
the sweet.
MC Fixer asks, is the 4th going to be that big a deal?
Yes, MC Fixer. Yes, it will be.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yes, McFister. It will be.
McFister. Cool, Greg. I'm slacking control. Control has been slacked.
I'm gonna eat. Now can I just eat this chocolate?
I mean, you do what you want. Oh, God, I'm so jealous right
How
now.
you feeling? Was that a good call or too much?
Oh, I want to lick
I was
your,
trying to creep you out. I don't know how to be
Oh no,
creepy.
no. I was there for you.
I want to lick your tongue right now so bad. I miss chocolate.
That's just normal Thursday.
Every way I click it, it says not found. I can't see the link.
Way to go, Kevin.
Man. Sure got this turned down. All right, good. We good there. We got here. That does look amazing. So is this a good invention, Greg? Would you use again?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I don't know if it was needed for the coffee part.
I don't know. I like chocolate in my coffee. I really do like mocha. I think it's very good.
But here's my thing: is I thought the block was a giant marshmallow, chocolate coated.
Oh, it
the
was just
block was
chocolate?
just pure chocolate.
Well, you gotta let it.
So now it's just taken over. I have a hot cocoa.
Good.
I have the taste of a hot cocoa, but the power
of a coffee.
of a coffee. And then in the middle, guess what's coming out? Vagina. It's coming out. You know what it is? It's sugar. I'll tell you what right now. You're going to get a show. You're going to get a show from me,
Wait,
Tim.
what did you just say?
I believe
I
you
said vagina. Because it was
Okay,
what's
yeah,
coming
that
out.
is what I
It's
heard.
what was being born in the middle. Sugar.
You were emerging from the
Sugar.
womb of caffeine.
I won't lie to you guys. I'm feeling it right now.
Yeah?
I'm feeling it. From now on, the one in there, we got another one in there. Save it. Because there's going to come a day where I'm like, I can't
I
do it.
need
I'm tired,
something.
and we're going to
You
fucking
need
make
your
one of
chocolate on a
these.
stick.
I can already feel it. My heart's palpitating.
But are you going to make it 110 minutes, or are you going to crash in like 40 minutes?
121,100 minutes. Rent. Remember it? Oh, I'm back, guys. This is Greg Miller,
Greg
circa
Miller's
2009.
back, ladies and gentlemen.
This is before life broke him.
I still need a couple more of these party drinks.
What's happening to the wall?
What?
Look at the screen. It's blown out as
Splatoon.
fuck.
The image is blown out.
I'll blow you out. You know what I mean?
Oh, there we go.
Cool, Greg, bringing it down. Bringing it down.
Let's
Break it down.
Mr. Yasman asked if I saw Wes Anderson's Fantastic Mr. Fox. Yes, I did, and I loved it. You see that movie?
No.
It's good. You might like it.
Sorry, can't do it.
Fine motion picture. Lots of symmetry.
I like Wes Anderson.
Uh-huh.
I enjoyed Rushmore.
So what makes you think you wouldn't like Mr. Fox?
I don't like a lot of movies. I don't like movies, period, really.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I like playing games.
Okay.
So you start putting animated shit in there. You put claymation shit in there. You put fucking George Clooney's a fox in there. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
I love
Okay.
George Clooney.
Yeah. Have you seen this?
No.
You might like it, Tim.
What are you talking about?
It's Wes Anderson's Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Oh, I've never seen it.
Yeah,
I need to.
It's maybe
It looks
the
dope
most
as hell.
Wes Anderson movie imaginable. Like it's peak Wes.
Yeah.
Definitely. Although my favorite thing he's ever done, I think, is probably Moonrise Kingdom, which is just
This is a Kevin conversation.
a Kevin conversation.
Kevin
Yeah.
loves
I think I speak for most of America when I say just stop making movies unless they're superhero movies. All right?
Is that it?
Yeah.
Is that what you
For
want
most
now?
of
You've had a good run, rest of cinema,
Yeah.
but we're sick of seeing these movies about
Anything.
will they, won't they?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What about
No.
what about giant monsters?
I didn't see the Godzilla trailer yet. I heard not good things.
Oh, really?
Kevin Coelho, I believe, said me didn't look good.
Tell-
Tim's making eyes like he doesn't like it either.
It looks- the first trailer looked so promising, and this
Yeah.
one doesn't.
The first trailer was about one half of what kaiju movies are, which is the deep, ridiculous emotional investment in characters surrounded by giant monsters. The second trailer is about giant monsters beating the shit out of each other.
Too much military bullshit, man.
Oh, they're just going to be running around. The
No.
military's got to be there to be stepped on.
John
No,
Cena.
they're not going to get stepped on.
They're gonna get
They're
stepped
gonna
on.
they're gonna be way too involved. It's gonna be
No.
about them.
My boy
no, it's
Andrew
not.
Francis
It's like
says preach,
Transformers,
Greg.
man.
No, they are not going to make that mistake.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I bet you they will. They
Kaiju.
did last time.
What, with the last Godzilla?
Godzilla.
Oh,
The last Godzilla was military. The movie. Oh, with the cameos from Godzilla.
The last Godzilla
Mick-
was Godzilla movie. That's what Godzilla movies
Mick
are.
Pfister asked if I'll still be bringing on small creators in 2019 or if that was just a 28 thing for Kind of Funny Games.
Nah,
Daily.
it's over.
That's a
Fuck
thing.
'em.
That's a thing for life.
All right.
If you don't have 7 million subscribers, we ain't having you on our show, Jared.
Bye. See
You only
ya.
got a couple episodes left.
Yeah,
Mick
I'm
Pfister,
out. I'm out.
you know, just dream big. Anything can happen. I know you're over there in New Zealand. Good luck to you.
It's been a good run. Thank you all for having me around.
No, I'm just playing. Obviously.
Appreciate it. You gave me that great boost, kickstart, get started.
Well, keep in mind, we can't be on the show anymore either.
The show's about to change drastically.
Show's just like imploding inside
it's
out.
just Lennon.
But let's be
Laser
honest.
beam,
I've
that's
squandered.
Liza beam here.
Liza beam.
Liza beam.
So we're all off the show next. Like
Yeah.
it's New Year, it's just an empty set.
Yeah, we got to go back and beg IGN to unfire us.
That works. Yeah, because they did fire all of us, didn't they? Forgot about that.
One by one.
Yep. One
Took
by
us in
one.
a room.
Yep. None of that happened. That's not real. Let's see. What do we got here?
This is good. Now I said I had 3 good bits right there, right? Here comes the 4th one, guys.
It is.
We're gonna jump in and see what's happening on my Instagram. Well, how are people liking this sweatshirt? You know what
Okay.
I
Oh,
mean?
let's
Well,
see
they're gonna
what's
love
up.
it.
What's
It's
It's a live
Good
thing here.
sweatshirt.
What do we got? We got right now 241 likes right now. Mm-hmm. C Block Sick _pic says so bad. And I don't know what that means. If he means the shirt's like bad, like badass. If it's a bad shirt, maybe it's a bad caption. Maybe
Like-
it's a bad way. No period.
Maybe it's bad in a good way.
Exactly.
Like the
Michael
power
Jackson.
glove in The Wizard.
So
Right.
bad.
Why don't we keep
so
our
bad.
why don't we keep our power gloves to ourselves?
Yeah.
Remember that?
I loved The Wizard.
Who didn't love the Wizard?
Have we ever done a Wizard episode?
No.
Can we talk about The Wizard one day?
We should.
Oh my
I want to
gosh.
rewatch The Wizard. I want to make Gio watch The Wizard.
Watch the riff tracks. Watch the riff tracks of The Wizard.
Yeah?
That's a great way to watch it. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
It's don't do that with Gia necessarily.
No,
watch
no.
it yourself first.
Got
but
it.
You'll enjoy watching it that way.
Cool, Greg. What'd you say?
I want to be there if you watch it with Gia again.
Oh, okay.
Well, they have the rights to it, so you can just download like the whole or stream the whole thing. You don't have to sync it up or anything. They own that one, so
Yeah.
you can watch it. It's great.
I love
The
it.
Wizard. Yeah, so you got little Tobey Maguire there running around. No, in The Wizard, little Tobey Maguire.
Was
really?
he? I don't
Yeah,
know.
isn't it Tobey Maguire? Yeah, I believe it's Tobey Maguire. Little Tobey Maguire in one scene, like in front of.
Oh,
the,
in one scene. I
yeah.
thought you were telling me that Jimmy
Up
kid
on-
was
no,
Tobey
it's up on
Maguire.
that same area where it's like Ninja Gaiden, and like
Yeah.
he's like running
Holy
around there
shit.
at one point. Yeah.
Does his face look as dumb as it does later in life?
All right. All right. You know what I mean? Don't be rude.
Fuck Tobey Maguire.
Don't do this. It's a big
And then you
day.
got Jenny Lewis, and
I
she's like,
understand.
"Go for the whistle, go go for the whistle.
Yeah.
You're like, this
amazing.
game just
That
got
was-
invented. How do you know
How do
any
you
of
know
this
this?
shit?
She had a Famitsu subscription.
Oh,
She
man.
reads Japanese.
Spin your legs that way. I'm coming under for some toilet paper. Yeah, that's the good stuff right there.
This is weird. Is The Wizard the movie where the girl says the man? Yeah, that's the one.
Yes, that is. It is
That
the
is,
movie
in
where
fact,
the
the
man
movie.
touched her boobs, and then the man on the phone said he didn't because she still doesn't have boobs yet.
And like,
Welcome
what's
to
his,
the
is
80s.
it Beau Bridges? He's insane in that movie. Like,
I don't know. I know Fred Savage is in it.
yeah,
That's
Fred
all I got.
Savage is in it. I think Christian Slater's in it. Mm-hmm. Christian Slater, major part in that movie, walking around doing his thing. But yeah, Beau Bridges like just runs up and like attacks vehicles with his fists in that movie. It's a very
Why
strange
not,
film.
man?
Yeah.
What a damn movie.
Oh wait, listen. If IGN isn't firing all of them, they have to take me with them, says Joey. Well, I mean,
Joey, we can. If we're getting unfired by IGN, you're getting unfired by the fucking DMV or wherever it was you worked before.
DMV.
The health department, I forget.
Dude, Joey would be the best DMV person ever. She would make that shit actually run. You know what I mean?
Sure. I don't, but there's too
If
much
D-
government hierarchy. It would break her.
She'd fix it. If DMV hired Joey, people would like the DMV.
I think Joey would make good,
She'd offer
like
candy.
a good senator.
She'd offer
I'd vote,
candy.
I'd vote for Joey.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joey's got her stuff together.
Joey for Sen. Hashtag Joey for Sen.
Yeah.
Do you remember where Joey worked before? You have to say it if
School.
you do. Oh, that sounds right.
Yeah.
Professor Takagami.
Professor Takagami.
Wow.
She
Professor
taught
Takagami.
Hard Knocks.
There's so much about Joey that I just don't understand. Like her name. Like, it's like Takagami. That's not her name. No, what's her last name?
Sure.
What's her first name? Joey. What's this Joanna business?
Sure.
No.
What I don't understand is that her phone number is 6. No, no, no.
Is The Wizard better than the seminal classic 94 Street Fighter movie? It is different. The 94 Street Fighter movie should always be watched with the director's commentary turned on, which makes it twice as good a movie, hands down. The commentary on the movie is great.
Isn't it like that was Raul Julia's last movie, right?
It was, yeah.
And the super sad story is like, right, he just wanted to do it to be closer to his kids. Like
Yeah.
his kids love Street Fighter. Yeah.
Yep, that's it. And the director of that movie's a miracle that it ever got finished.
Look who it is, Professor Takagami!
Hey, what's up,
Is
Professor?
there anything you don't agree with that we said?
I don't want to work at the DMV or be a senator.
But if
Oh,
you
okay.
worked at the DMV, it's like you wouldn't work for them. You'd work like for
I would-
us. You know,
yeah.
for the people.
Yeah, that's true. You'd be on the inside making the changes
Yeah.
we want
yeah,
to see.
you guys would all get cut the line fast passes.
That's perfect.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
perfect.
And
There we
Ken.
go.
DMV. And I don't really know what senators all do every day.
They make
Trust me,
laws.
Hopefully
they don't know
fix the
either.
DMV.
Okay, I'll work on it.
Yeah.
Thank
Are
you.
we doing a mobile gamer bullshit today? Because I know we weren't originally because we were going to do the topic, but then the topic's not
We're
happening.
not.
Okay.
Because we have a lot of games to talk about.
Hey, man, I'm not saying
You know?
you're running a shitty show and running episode 200 into the ground.
Hey, it can't be as bad as episode 100. Nothing can.
All right. that was
What
bad.
happened at episode 1?
Well, episode 100 is
We're
when
gonna
we
rank 100
named
games?
Kind of Funny's top 100 games of
I was
all
like,
time.
that's a stupid
Oh,
And our
that's
final
right.
list
I
ended up being
listened to that.
372 games.
I listened to that. That's right.
Well, the internet took it all in stride. What's that, cool, Greg?
You guys are impressive, man. You guys are really impressive.
Thank you, buddy. But he's saying it without us. Oh,
What
there's the
part of
smile.
this is impressive?
Started with 100 and ended up at 357?
Well, we started at 0. We were supposed to end with 100.
Yeah, I think that's dope.
But then that means we didn't do our
We
job.
over-delivered is what it means,
Legit,
cool, Greg.
legit list. It's real.
To be
It is
fair,
real.
we kind of
it included
been coasting
every
plus 100.
Mega Man game.
Wait a minute, all
What a
of them?
surprise.
Colin was like, I'm not doing this unless every Mega Man game is on the list. It's
Even
like,
8?
out of 100? Yes.
And 7?
He's like, 1 through 9, they're there. It's like, okay, sure.
There's a lot of good Mega Man games. I mean, there's a lot to
Yeah.
be said for good Mega Man games, but I don't think 7 or 8 belong on that list. That would just be
Well, when
me.
the list is the 372 best games of all time.
Even then, I don't think those two belong on. Even at 372. Yeah, we did at IGN. We did this thing once where it was like our favorite games of all time lists, and after a while, it got kind of weird. And I think Sam Claiborne did like his top 300. Like that was his like final list, which is
Yeah.
like 300 games he loved. I wrote a text adventure. Were y'all still there when we did that, or did you already move? What were your? How many did you end up doing?
Remember we talked about this a couple weeks ago. I was
we?
the video producer on it when we did that number 1 thing. But yeah, everyone was supposed to do their own list, whatever number they wanted to.
What'd you do? Did you do any?
I think I did 69. Because I think
Did you, Tim?
if I know past Tim as well as I know present Tim,
Sure.
I would have done that.
What'd you do, Greg?
I have no fucking
You
idea.
don't remember?
No, I think you did 10.
Sounds
you kept
about
it
right.
simple.
Way to see my giant bomb list this year, guys. I tell you what. It's going to be good.
Gonna be a good list.
And I solved the problem I usually have on this show where I do the list and then I just say the same thing here. I figured out a way to do it differently.
Different list?
So you'll all be happy. Now, what I did, of course, is just forget a bunch of games and then remember in the shower after I already submitted it. So I went back and changed my intro to act like I understood it, but I didn't really understand it, but it'll be fine. 1, 2, 3. It's mobile game or bullshit.
Yep.
It's mobile
I mean, there is
game
one
or
prepared, but I think that's going
I'm
to
not
a
trying to
later
force it.
episode.
No. That's not, I was just singing the song. Let me have some fun, guys.
Yeah, I think we're gonna be okay.
And
We
by
got
the
a
way,
good show.
Kebabs was asking, do I want you to send me the so far how everybody did this year? Yes, please, Kebabs. That would be nice to have for the final episode of the year.
Yeah,
When that
make
does
sure
come
it's
out.
100% accurate.
Don't
Yeah.
do that wink. Don't wink at him. I saw you winking at him. Don't wink at him. Let,
Yeah, I like
let the
how-
record show that I've never lost to Tim, and I lose to the guest every time.
One day you will, and it's gonna feel really bad for you.
I don't
When it
believe
does, you know what I'll do?
What?
Fucking go crazy. I don't know. I got nothing. I never
Going
thought that way.
Need more sugar? Are you
No, I
crashing
definitely
already?
have enough sugar. I definitely have enough sugar inside me. I drink that thing like nobody's business.
Yeah.
Usually a cup of coffee lasts me at least an hour into the podcast. It is done. I'm fine. I can see through time.
I've never felt this off in my life.
You're sick, right?
It's just I've been sick since like before the showcase. Like,
Yeah.
Like right going into shooting the showcase
Right.
until now, and it's just like I feel like my equilibrium is just.
You need to recoup. Yeah,
I know. That's it. Is I need like a week of just.
I
like,
got sick
not doing
Saturday,
shit.
and now I'm on the other side of it. I think.
Yeah.
Where today's the first day where I'm like, well, I'm not nearly as stuffy, but I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm on the mend. I'm gonna be fine tomorrow for Christmas party.
Well, I apologize to everyone if I've seemed fucking weird.
Well,
Just worn out.
Than
I was gonna
usual.
say you can't apologize
Yeah.
for every episode
Yeah.
you've ever done.
All right, you ready to do this, cool, Greg?
I'm ready.
Good.
See you later, chat gang. See you in the post show. Thanks for your support on patreon.com/kindoffunnygames.
Nice. I love you like this. This is great. We need to get you some cocaine.
No, that doesn't.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the first ever episode 200 of the Kinda Funny Gamescast. I'm Tim Gettys, as always, joined by one of the coolest dudes in video games, Greg Miller.
I had a cup of coffee and I put a giant thing of chocolate in it, and it was good. I'll
that's-
tell you what, I drank it too fast on the pre-show, and you are in for a treat, listeners. If you miss Game Scoop era Greg Miller from 2008, 2009, I am percolating on something right now.
Oh my God. Yeah, that was all pre-show content where Greg Miller had not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 bits planned that he did. Were any of them actual bits?
So the third one was a great bit. The other 3 that added up to the 4, not that
Did
great.
you just flip off the audience?
No, I was counting.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And once again, joining us, the Reverend Jared Petty.
Hi, glad to be here.
Oh man, episode 200. Look how far we've come.
What an extravaganza! I really can't wait for the dancers to get here.
Yep.
The background
Sure. The
behind
celebration.
us. The wall's going to open up, and the Temple of Zool rises up out of a giant refrigerator behind us. We got
Yeah.
this whole stage show planned. We're going to bring in some of the luminaries of the industry. Remember those 3 guys at the beginning of the Game Awards?
Should
All
we
standing
bring
there
up
together?
Miyamoto now?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Is he here?
Yeah. He's right
Miyamoto,
here.
come
Mr.
on.
Miyamoto,
Oh wait, no,
come
you don't
on.
want to do that, Tim? I'm sorry.
okay.
No, not yet.
Nothing.
Not yet.
Nothing for the episode.
He can
200.
stay there. No.
This is a blue collar show.
It is.
Have we ever made a big deal about any of the numbers? No. Except for 69
Yes, you have.
and 100.
Yeah, we did. 69 was a fun one.
Yeah.
That was a good one. Oh man, we're such children.
We're here to do the work.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Kind of Funny Gamescast each and every week right here on youtube.com/kindoffunnygames. We get together, talk about video games, all the things that we love about them. You can get the show early by going to patreon.com/kindoffunnygames. You can even watch it live like so many people are doing right now. Or you can watch it later whenever you want on youtube.com/kindoffunnygames or podcast services around the globe. But if you support us on Patreon, you can also get the pre and post show.
Yeah.
Those are a lot of fun. Or you can be a Patreon producer and get your name shouted out, just like Matthew Feller and Travis Barrett.
Travis Barrett, Matthew Feller.
Yeah,
I am Satan, and I have come to say hello.
Resident Evil 6.
Show me your mother.
Show me your mother?
Yeah.
Why
and
is
then
that there?
Then as Satan did this, because he's at the front door, he did this. All these like
'Cause he's out
fucking
the front door.
shards came out of the yard and stuff. Red sky behind him.
Red
I'm just
sky
painting you a
behind-
picture.
Okay,
It's
I
a
like
good
it.
picture.
It's a good picture.
You
Definitely.
fucking psychopath.
You kinda-
I like
kinda
your
Dave
sweater.
Navarro there.
Thank you, Amy Gills, for this sweater straight from Ireland. As many people know, they wouldn't sell.
Down
They're
under.
not brave enough to sell this in America. If you're an audio listener, come watch the YouTube video, coward.
Yeah. See
Wow.
see what is on Greg's chest.
Do I have balls on my chest? I do.
You do.
Now, Tim, I don't like to repeat pre-show content in the real show because I like to keep that wall. But you apologize to the pre-show listeners for being as off your game as you've ever been. You are sick.
I am.
You have
I'm a
been sick since
disaster.
before Kind of Funny Games Showcase, which was since before filming it.
Yes.
So that was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And you've not
It's only
gotten better.
worse. I've gotten better, but I'm still not good.
Cool, Greg.
You know what I mean?
Get me one of the giant cups of orange juice out of the fridge. Make your brother chug it.
Yeah.
I'm not chugging the orange
The
juice.
vitamin C. The vitamin C, Tim. You need the vitamin C.
You might at this
Okay.
point you are fading like Arthur Morgan in Act 6.
It is
When
true.
it's
That's what I
when
was
I go
thinking.
home, you know what happens? Genevieve Saint Ange gives me 3 pills. One is a vitamin C. One is that eucalyptus thing I was talking about that comes out of my eyes. And 2, I don't even know what it is.
erectile dysfunction drugs.
Oh, okay, great. Well, it works great. I feel fucking
Yeah,
great.
yeah. Hard as a
Also,
rock.
if you're hurting for energy, get a cup of coffee and put a giant chocolate stick in it. Because let me tell you,
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Being
Cool
here
Greg.
in the middle right now is a sublime experience because you're dying and you're obviously on amphetamines.
I've seen the future. I've come back to talk to you guys about
I
this.
do want to say that we were planning to do the behind the scenes of the Kind of Funny Games Showcase this week, but there were so many games that we played that I want to talk about that we're going to punt that to next week. So next week's episode is going to be the behind the scenes of Game Showcase where we talk about all the planning.
I was gonna say there's a Game Over Greggy show up that if you want to know more about the Kind of Funny Games Showcase, go watch. It's before all of that, so we call it behind the scenes there too. But that's more of like how it came to be, what we were thinking, what we were planning, what we envisioned. Next week will be very much the nitty gritty of. Remember when we said this many games? It's because these games fell through, and the original ending was supposed to be this, but this happened. Da, 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 da.
It's going to be cool.
Yeah, but as you said, like so many games this week. So like,
So I want to talk about that. And then after that, we're doing our Game of the Year. So that's going to be, we got a couple of good Gamescast coming up. But this one's going to be good as well.
This
What's
one's
up,
all
Jared?
about purity. This one's
It's
about
purity,
the
man.
game.
this one was all about.
It's about the game.
Get the game.
This is like when you go out in the backyard and you fucking break a branch off and you make that into a stick and you play some baseball.
No,
you
it's
know?
like when you want like chocolate. You don't want to mess it up with other things. You want chocolate sometimes. I mean, sometimes you want chocolate with coconut. You know, those Mounds bars. Those are good.
The best candy ever.
Yeah,
man.
you
Well,
sometimes
second
want
best. Nestle Crunch number
Ooh,
one.
that's good as well.
Yeah.
But sometimes you just want purity. Sometimes you just want that 12-year bourbon neat.
You want to know something I thought of the other day? And when I say the other day, I meant probably October 31st, maybe November 1st. I was eating a Butterfinger. I was in the mood for a Butterfinger.
Don't you lay a finger
on my Butterfinger.
That's right.
Do you want to know? And I can't imagine this to be true. But it definitely was at least a little bit true. I'm looking at this Butterfinger. First off, I'd gotten the Butterfinger. Sorry, everybody, stick with me. It's a walk. I got the creamy Butterfingers through this the children's hospital where I was like, oh, it's gonna be Butterfinger. You ate it. It was like soft. It was like, no, I want the Butterfinger. I want it shoved up in my teeth for weeks where I can't get it out. Right.
What's up with that?
But I was like, man, that's what I was envisioning. That's what I want. Blah, blah, blah. Do you understand that at that moment, as a 35-year-old, it clicked in my head that it's called Butterfinger because it tastes like peanut butter, or it's supposed to mimic peanut butter?
That's when it clicked?
That's when it clicked.
I never
Where I
thought
was
about
just
it.
like, I never even bothered to think about Butterfinger having any relation to peanut butter.
No, you know, I didn't know people had eyebrows till I was 30, like I've told you before. So I'm not judging. Yeah.
That's weird, Jared.
I know.
You know what? Jared knows everything, so I think he, not knowing little things like
Jared
that.
does not know everything.
Jared knows a
very
lot.
little. Jared knows very little.
Let's
But
talk about Smash Brothers.
I know what it's like not to
Smush,
Let's
smush,
talk
smush.
about Smash Brothers.
You were just playing it right before the
I
show.
was playing it. I owe you guys some work right now. And I was like, I don't have time to work on that till tomorrow. And then I sat down and played Smash Brothers for half an hour next to you instead of doing that work.
You need those. You need that
Yeah.
mental health time.
It was important. I sat down, and you know what? That game, first off, now I played a lot of Smash on 3DS when that came out last gen. I mean, I enjoyed it on console as well, but I actually played the majority of my Smash on handheld. It was given to me as a gift right around the time that my wife was in the hospital, and I had all this time in the waiting room. So I would sit there and play Smash all day. I love playing Smash Portable on my Switch, and I did not expect to. I did not think I would enjoy it as much as I did.
So you're saying not on a TV, having it
Well,
in
I love
handheld
playing it on
mode?
the TV with friends.
Okay,
But if I'm playing Smash alone, which
Sure.
is not my preferred way to play.
Of course.
But when I'm
Yeah, no.
practicing, when I'm grinding out, unlocking characters, playing handheld. And I'm having a ball. I think the controls work very well. I'm quite comfortable. I'm able to do everything I want to do. My blocks are working. My throws are working. I'm able to customize things to make it the way I want it to work. I can see everything very clearly. But I'm not playing more than like 4 players at a time that way. Because otherwise, I'd have no idea what was happening.
Yeah.
But for this purpose, I'm enjoying it. I'm loving Smash Ultimate. I do wish they'd added one feature. I was complaining about this on the internet earlier.
Sure.
There are two camps that thought about this. Should fighters be unlocked at the beginning or should they not? I don't want to pay extra to unlock fighters. I understand some people really enjoy unlocking fighters. With a roster this big, here's what I'd like. So that I can have friends over that first night when the game's out, or so that I can get straight to my main and then grind out everybody else, which is something I think I should have the option to do.
Microtransactions.
No.
Pay to play.
Give me, with my copy of Smash Brothers in the game, 8 non-DLC tied, non-microtransaction tied party coins, my friend. Call them party coins. They're 8 unlocks. One for me and one for my 7 friends that are coming over to play Smash. They let me unlock any 8 characters on the roster, and then I grind out the rest.
For all time.
Just give me that.
I gotcha.
Yeah,
so this is a one-time use coin that I can get who I want. I can get Rob the
pling it
robot.
in, and I got my Rob, and now I can grind everybody out with Rob.
Smart.
I'd love that. Or I'm having friends over, and instead of grinding out characters opening night, everybody can just jump right in. Just add that. And I think it's nigh perfect. I love this game.
Miyamoto, you listening? All right,
notes.
thank you, Miyamoto.
Take notes.
I don't think he made that game.
Did you
He helps.
play any World of Light?
A little.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you planning to continue that?
No, I have no. I'm glad it's there for people who like it. I'm glad Spirits is there for people who are into it. But for me, Tim, even classic mode, to be honest with you, I come to Smash the way I approach most other fighting games. I don't care about single player modes in most fighting games. Even really well done ones like Mortal Kombat, I don't care. I want to fight. I think that comes from being old, growing up on Street Fighter 2 in arcades, being brought into that. And I understand Smash isn't exactly a fighting game, but it's close. And I just want to play the main mode. So that's what I do. And fortunately, Nintendo allows me to grind out my characters doing that. So every 10 minutes, I unlock somebody. I've tried a couple. I don't want to go back. Are you playing a lot of it?
Beat it last night.
Okay.
Took me so much longer than I had thought, planned, wanted, any of the things. I would say...
Sorry, Greg Miller from
yes.
kindafunny.com. Yeah, we were wondering as a member of the press, do
Yes.
you want to be referred to as Tim Gettys, he beat Cuphead and World of Light? Or Okay, so
No, we
thank you very much.
cannot. It's not a challenge at all. There's maybe like...
It's a time commitment though, right?
No, it's definitely a time commitment. But I was saying this last week. I don't understand how the game clock works for World of Light, because when you go into your save for World of Light, there is a playtime, but that playtime doesn't correlate to the playtime you see in your records of Smash overall gameplay.
Oh, weird.
And it's not correct. Like it said, oh, you're at 40 hours. I'm like, I did not put 40 hours in this game. Like that's impossible.
Maybe
into
it's
this mode at least.
Maybe it's like old 8-bit games where instead of seconds, they had time units.
And that's the thing is like there might be it must be some weird shit, because I really feel like I actually played maybe a fourth of what it's saying I did. Even then, it's way too long. Like World of Light, for all its problems, I had fun with it, and like there was moments that I'm like, this is really cool. It never quite hits where I want it to be, but then I'm like, all right, cool. I'm about to hit the end. Last week I thought I was 2/3 through. I was so wrong. I don't even know if I was halfway done at that point. Like it just keeps going. It's like, okay, there's a whole map, right? The World of Light. Then there's the World of Dark. Then in the World of Dark, there's dungeons. Then when you get through that stuff, there's a darker world. And I'm just like, how? Who decided this was a good idea that people are going to want? And the problem is the overworld has a lot of really cool stuff. And there's a couple puzzles they do. Like as you start going through, you get to different sections of the map that are based on different games. So it's like in the later part of the game, you get to a Zelda, like a dark world Zelda area. And it's like, you start to do on the world map Zelda style puzzles that have the little Zelda sound effects.
Cool.
And
Yeah, that's adorable.
It's cool. There's a Castlevania section that it starts looking more like a 2D, like Dracula's castle, and you go through, and the gameplay is more similar to Castlevania. I'm like, this is really cool. Metal Gear, there's a base that you have to infiltrate and go through, and it never really quite gives you anything cool to do in that one, but like. They're trying. They're trying, and there's so much love, and there's so much ideas being put here. It's just at the end of the day, the gameplay is majority just going through doing a spirit fight, which 99% of the time you can just go in, hit the X button that gives you recommended spirits.
Yeah,
makes it super easy to do, and then you're done. There's about 670 spirits that you play.
Holy crap!
That you play in World of Light. There are 1,200 spirits in the game.
Right.
But the 600 and something in World of Light, I feel like it should have been 200, and it should have been curated.
One of my favorite quotes in all the video game commentaries, Chris Kohler, who said that he believes that at the heart of every 20-hour or every good 20-hour video game is a great 10-hour video game.
Yeah.
And I hope I'm getting that quote correct. Do you feel like this is a case where if they'd just focused on those moments, those puzzles that worked, one Castlevania level that worked well, one Metal Gear level that worked well, and it'd been a 4 or 5 hour experience, that would have been better?
It would have been better. It wouldn't have been great. And that's the problem is like, especially now that I'm done with it and I've seen how many cutscenes there are, of which there is a disappointing amount. I think the answer is 2.
Oh, so too few. Okay.
Yeah, it sucks because like the intro's so cool and then we just
Never really get back to it.
Yeah, it's like we get one more at the end and it is not good. It's like really, it's a waste.
Do you get a song though?
No, just the one song.
Maybe you'll be able to download all the Brawl cutscenes as from
that would be something. But going through and with how long all that stuff was, and like I said, so many of the spirit battles are so easy once you literally just use the recommended ones that they give you. I would say there's maybe 5 that gave me a problem that I'm like, oh shit, I need to grind on these.
I need to think about it.
I played through them like maybe the worst I ever did was I failed 10 times or something. And shit was fucking really hard. So it's like weird difficulty spikes out of nowhere. But once I beat it, I was like really trying to think like, all right, did I have fun doing this? And the answer was no. I did it though. But that's just because I'm a completionist when it comes to Smash. And I'm like, I feel like I have the like platinum thing that Greg has for every game, but for this. But I'm like, I did not have fun doing that. Like that sucks. And then I was really thinking about things like Mortal Kombat, but specifically Injustice that I fell in love with last year for single player. And I'm just like, I really wish that Smash had taken that approach with its World of Light, with the single player content. We didn't need this crazy world map and it didn't need to be potentially 40 hours long. Like it could have just been a super curated 5-hour experience that would have been awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that I intended to lean with you on that. Let me ask you this. You said last week that it's possible that Smash Ultimate may end up being your all-time favorite video game. A week later, after having come out of a part of the game that you didn't particularly enjoy, are you still feeling that way?
Yeah, because it's going to be my favorite because of the multiplayer. Okay. And every time I've had multiplayer experiences, whether it's been here, whether it's been with my friends just at their house, or even just at home on versus matches, I'm having such a blast. I love the new characters. I still feel like I haven't got familiar with any of the new characters much besides Richter and Simon. Like I feel good with them, but it's like K. Rool I played for the first time last night, and I'm just like, this is great. Like there's a whole new character to learn here. And then past that, there's Ridley, there's Inkling. Like there's so much potential in this game. And it is still unfortunate the online at this point is really, really bad. I've had okay experiences. I've had horrible experiences. I've yet to have great experiences online. I'm hopeful though. I really think that they're going to get it together and fix it at some point. And the fact that they're already, yesterday I think it was, they put out a push that would, when I started the game up, it's like, hey, the patch is coming next week.
Oh really? I didn't know this.
And it's going to like fix online stuff. And also there's going to be like spirit events. And so it seems like they're going to add spirits, like not now, but
thank goodness. So that's what we need more.
Yeah,
of.
more spirits, definitely.
But I mean, more spirits are cool. It's the World of Light stuff that isn't.
Yeah.
And it's like the spirit board stuff. It gets this game has too many systems. There's just too much fluff around it that it's like I can't even talk about it and have you understand what I'm saying.
True.
You know what I mean?
Very true.
Like it's just it all boils down to it's like spirits means too many different things in this game and like are used in too many different ways when it's like it should have just been they're a simple fucking collectible, you know, but they're not. There's so much more and they didn't need to be.
I am so impressed right now that with the amount of sucralose that is flying through your veins, that you've been able to sit and listen so politely.
Well, I've been. You can know if you want to rewind it, everybody. You can see that I've been squirming a lot and tapping my foot a lot and gesturing to the camera. So I've been here and I've been listening and I've been listening. You know, I'm just hearing it. A lot of audio clues, a lot of audio cues.
Are you sugar crashing?
A lot of things are happening. No, I'm good.
Not yet. All right.
But the good side though, Smash fucking multiplayer is amazing, and there's so much fun playing with all of you guys. Items on, items off, stages like hazards, all this stuff. It's like. There's so much good in this game like that and so many variations that are extremely fun that just work. We did the game showcase, had Gary Whitta over and his kid.
The after party.
And like had so much fun playing with them. And it's just like that is such a testament to like you can play this game so many different ways and still have it be such a blast because we've yet to in this office do a proper one-on-one. Like, let's actually like play the game. It's quote unquote meant to be played.
Oh, go. Just
says
go.
that? Who does
go
that?
Burn.
Who does what?
Go leap out a window.
1v1 Smash the way it's meant to be
The way
played.
it's meant
Who
to
does
be
me?
played.
Crazy person.
The right
That's
people.
not how
And
it
but
is
like
meant to be
I've been
played.
doing that with my friends, and like it's the best
Four-player
thing ever.
Smash is the way it's meant to be.
Four-player
No, it's not.
Smash,
Yes.
items on is the way it's meant to be played.
That's how the N64 invented it, and if it was good enough for Miyamoto back
Invented
then,
it.
am I right,
That's
Miyamoto?
right, Miyamoto.
You're right, Miyamoto. You think he's going to come on camera? Or
No,
did
he's,
we have time for
no.
him?
Tim said no. It's just a normal
Okay.
episode. He
No,
wants.
he's sitting over on the shock mic.
He's on the shock
watching.
mic.
So cute. He's doing the thumb thing.
Yes, yeah. Are we getting
doing
up or
that
down?
nonstop.
Every single sentence that we say, he's like we look over at him, he gives us either thumbs up or thumbs down.
What we don't know is that there's a secret coliseum in Nintendo where they put 2 Nintendo employees every day, and he sits up in Caesar's box and does that. But that's to determine whether the loser kills the other or not. Like they fight, like they have development ideas. Like 2 enter, 1 leaves. It's like, will Waluigi be in Smash? That guy lost the fight. Miyamoto's
He
like,
did.
And then he's like,
I wonder who got
down
World
he
Light in
goes.
there. That was a weird one.
Yeah.
Who are you maining right now?
Young Link.
Would you ever play as anyone else?
No.
Jared, who are you maining right now?
Right now, Kirby. I go back and forth between Kirby and Rob. Kirby when I'm trying to win, Rob when I want to annoy people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just jumping around. I still don't have a main yet, and that
No
excites
shirtless
me.
Shulk?
Shirtless Shulk's always just been one of my fuck around ones.
Gotcha.
I'm not good with him. I feel like I'm best right now with
Charizard.
No. Charizard's 4-player just domination. It's like,
Gotcha.
It's bullshit.
I want to try the whatever the Zangief Pokemon is called. I'm going to fool around with him a little. Thank you.
Wait, so who are you? Who are you?
I'm messing around right now with Simon, with Marth, with any Fire Emblem character, pretty much. And Wendy Cooper.
Oh, you're flying with Wendy. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
there you go. Yeah, you were beating me up with Wendy last
like
week
Wendy.
after the
She's great.
showcase. So.
Yeah. Incineroar is fucking crazy. Like, fun to use, but the recovery is just
Terrible.
It's terrible. It's like if
Okay.
you're off stage, like you're gonna kill yourself.
He's done for. Okay. I want to fool around with Richter more.
Richter's
that's
cool,
annoying,
man.
'cause
Simon and Richter.
I love Rondo. I want to play Richter just because I love the game he comes from so much.
I prefer him over Simon just because his fire is blue. And
Okay. Well, blue is good.
Blue is good. Blue is good.
Yeah.
That's Blue
It's
Tunic
true.
Link. You know how I do it.
Yeah.
That's how I've
That's the
always
way
done
to
it.
do it.
right.
But Young Link to the core.
Yeah, well, I mean, since N64, I've rolled Link, and then this time around when they put in Breath of the Wild Link or whatever, I was using him, and he's different. I was trying to learn it, and then somebody finally was like, well, Young Link is just Link. I was like, oh, great. So now I'm just Young Link.
So I discovered with you guys last Saturday the most perfect way to play Smash Brothers. I didn't know this. Is I always play stock like everybody else, but we had 3 6-year-olds on the show along with
Yeah.
like the 5 of us, and so we switched over to time so that they wouldn't get knocked out early in the match. And let me tell you what, with 8-player Smash and 3 fairly vulnerable 6-year-olds there,
Yeah.
and the ability to play as Rob in a timed match,
Yeah, and you were doing your
with the
Ultimate-
with
Final
Ultimates
Smash,
turned on,
yeah.
just chase people that don't know how to block around with a spin attack and spam it for 2 minutes, and you can build up a 7-player knockout blast and win round after. So that's my new favorite way.
Yeah. Whatever makes you happy,
Beat
Jay.
up children and charge up your Smash. That's the way to play.
Exactly.
In that order.
Yeah.
In that order.
Yeah, I've always thought it'd be cool to learn to play Snake. I like, how I'm a big Metal Gear
Yeah.
fan, stuff like that. But it's just who has the time? Who has the time? You know what I mean? Because it's when I want to play. When we're all playing together, I want to jump in and be competitive. I want a shot at winning.
Well,
and
you're
that's
too
when
busy
I'm Young
playing that
Link.
game about the grizzly bear right now.
Exactly.
Right? Like, yeah.
I'm
I
playing
mean,
the Grizzly Bear
if
game.
you learn how to play Snake with this group of people,
Yeah.
although Nick is like taking up Snake right now too. Not that stops anybody, but like Snake in a 4-player match, I feel like you'd get competitive with us in no time.
Nah, I'd rather just be in the Young Link. I'm right in the middle of the pack. I could get it. I'm either going to be middle of the pack or I'm going to win it. That's what it's going to be.
Not going to lose.
No. Well, sometimes. Well, plenty of times. You know how Smash is.
So actually, pretty much just kind of even.
You
all
know,
that
it's,
up.
yeah, exactly.
Okay, there we go.
The Snake, I'm never going to win. I don't know any of his shit. But,
Watching
like,
Joey go from not knowing how to play to like step by step learning different moves is so cool and interesting because it's like every time I play with her, she'll be spamming just one specific thing that's like the last thing that she just learned.
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
like, she's so close to like understanding
Putting it all
Smash
together.
attacks and putting it all together.
yeah.
I'm like, oh, this is gonna be fun.
we don't play enough. I mean, I know we've been
know,
so
it's
busy,
just-
but yeah.
Yeah.
One day.
Next week when we're not as busy, we should play more.
Yeah.
I have been surprised how often I find myself playing with 2 Joy-Cons. I was shocked by that. It's not a bad way to play. Who knew? It doesn't really. I can't see how it's any worse than playing with a GameCube controller, even though I know. I love the GameCube controller. It's my favorite, but it's actually a very comfortable way to play Smash.
I'm judging you.
Tim's judging
but hey, have fun.
hard.
The button configuration's kind of great for it. You've got you can flick down to smash so easily with the bottom of the thumb.
You're gonna break those things.
My finger reaches right around the what's that?
3 weeks. If you play with Joy-Cons at all competitively,
I mean, I'm
you're
gonna
done.
again. I've got my 8-bit dough. I've got my GameCube controller. Why would I play Smash competitively?
I mean, competitively, like even just trying to win at all.
Yeah, I
Just trying to play the game.
just try to smash them around. I mean, because you don't have to smash buttons in Smash. Like you just gently flick.
That's not how you play. You want that clack, 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 clack.
You need that clack. You need the clack.
You
Greg,
need that clack. Yeah, Tim.
speaking of clack,
clack, clack.
no Greg way. Gris.
Ah, yes, Gris. I've been
It
playing
looks
Gris.
amazing.
Yeah. Gris is an interesting one.
Huh. I don't like this.
Since they first showcased it, right? We saw it. Was it an indie? We saw it when we saw this
Yeah.
trailer. We were like, "Wow, beautiful, minimalist art style." Don't really understand what the gameplay is yet at a glance. Obviously, there's been previews since then, and it sounded like it seemed like it was gonna be something special. Got my code yesterday. Started it last night. We'll say right around 2 hours into it, maybe a little bit less, but right around there, and it's weird. It is beautiful. It is stunning. The art is awesome. The score is awesome and amazing and plays into what you're doing and the emotions and all that stuff. What I say about it is I don't find it particularly entertaining, but I don't know if that's what even they want out of it.
So I got a question for you. Usually, there's been a big talk this year about different games like Red Dead. Of like, okay, it's not fun. Does it need to be fun?
Yeah.
You're not saying fun. You're saying entertaining.
Right.
Because Red Dead, even if not fun, people find entertainment from it for this reason or that.
sure. Yeah.
Whereas with this, not entertaining, I think, is a big problem.
Yeah, except for so my playthrough starts with I'm playing in the living room. Jen and Lucy are there. We just finished dinner. We're hanging out, and I'm going, and we're all live reviewing it as we go and talking about it, doing this, and it was just like after a while, like, all right, what is going on? Like, what is the point here? Like, it finally gets to the splash screen of like the title of the game or whatever after doing a whole bunch of stuff, and it was just like. It's like the exact opposite of what we talked about with Odyssey, right? Where like Odyssey hit, and you're like, holy shit, right? The game. That's just, oh my God, right? Whereas this is like, that was the hook. There's no hook here. Why am I doing this? What's going on? And so then they went to bed. I kept playing. And when it got down to just me and I'm playing it and experienced it, it was more of a meditative state. Like it's that kind of pace. It's not, I'm not compelled to go back to it. I was reading IGN's review. They were talking like, it's best played in the 4 to 5 hours. Just sit down and get through it thing. And IGN's review actually lines up a lot. They give it a 6.5. Their commentary on it was lining up to me what I felt for it. But it's been the opposite online of seeing like people like Alex O'Neill and Irrational Passion talking about how much they love it. Khalif talking about how much he loves it. I feel it's very much drawing from and inspired by Journey. And so in the same way that game and games of its ilk are, I think the personal baggage you bring to it, the lens you apply to it going into it, is going to make it mean more to you if you're having it. And so me just playing through it and just being like, all right, cool. The platforming is easy. The puzzles are easy. Like it's literally just running to one side of the screen. Like IGN review talks about this where it appears like it's really big and there's branching, but like you get to where you need to go. And at no point have I struggled or really had to put thought into what's going on. Like, you know what I mean? Like in terms of what do I do here? What's going on? Blah, blah, blah. Like I'm playing, I know we're going to talk about it a little bit, but Guacamelee 2, right?
Yeah.
And Guacamelee 2 is a similar idea because I think Drinkbox is so great at level design and everything else I'm playing through that game and never lost, but I'm also entertained and I enjoy the gameplay moment to moment so much.
Engaged?
Yeah, engaged.
You used the word compelled earlier.
Sure.
That was the same word that was running through my head. I was going to ask you the question. Like, is it compelling? And that's. Did you enjoy Journey? I mean, did Journey?
I love Journey.
Okay.
Journey was awesome.
So can you draw the line from what they did here that's keeping you from being compelled forward the way Journey compelled you forward?
Sure. I would say. The game, I mean, Journey was more of a wait. How do I get up there? And like figuring out the dancing or the singing to get up there and getting your scarf longer and stuff. To this, whereas this one is like, oh man, like I'll run one way and try. You know how it is. Like clear, I'm supposed to go to the right. let's go to the left and see what's over here. All right, I can't do that, but I go this way. Oh, there's a crack in the ground here. I'm going to get a thing to smash through that eventually, or a power to do that. Go a little bit further. You're collecting these little like stars that then make constellations at the main screen, but as you collect them throughout it, they can bridge together to make platforms for you. So like you get two of them, and then usually that puts you into a box that gives you the new power. You're like, oh, okay, run back. It's just the gameplay isn't engaging. Yeah. And I feel, if anything, a little bit by the numbers, where it's like you're playing it and you kind of, I know what's going to happen here, what's going to go there, blah, blah. But I'm not against it. I don't think it's a bad game. It's just like, I think it's trying to be more meditative, where it is something of like, I've had a long day. I'm on a noisy plane. There's a baby next to me. Put on this, play this thing, be in this world, and chill out. And there's a place for that in games. I just feel like you have to be in a mood for that. That's to be what you're looking for. That's where I think you're finding people who are like so high on it, and then people who are just like, this is it's a whatever. I feel like what are you coming in expecting or wanting from that game, if that makes sense? Would you want to come in and experience art?
The way you're talking about this reminds me of how you were talking about a game that came out, I think it was last year, with the kitty people. It was like a 2D.
A Night in the Woods.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it similar to that at
I
all?
would much rather play Night in the Woods.
Wow.
Yeah. And Night in the Woods didn't click for me either. Like I tried multiple times to get it, or I guess twice, it's multiple, but maybe 3 times to get into my Night in the Woods. And I was like, this is a game I have to be in the mood for, because it's just a story of this cat coming back to town, and it was a weird thing. But it was like, that was funny and entertaining, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, not what I want to play right now, but I can see where one day I will. Yeah. Whereas Gris, I feel like I'm almost there, so I might as well finish it. And it's but it's also like, I'm not gonna rush home. I'm playing other things I'd rather play at home tonight, but maybe they'll sit on my Switch till I get to a different part. And for if you're playing at home, I think I've unlocked 4 colors, which will make sense when you. I've unlocked 4 colors. I think 4 or 3, and it's because that's what you're doing. Is you do it. There are more colors added to the world, which again, like the game's beautiful. The orchestra the score is amazing. All of that is like 10 out of 10. That's amazing. But then just of what I'm doing, it's like, all right, whatever. Like I'm just like, I would rather be doing other things.
Yeah, I think that's what I loved most about Journey, is that it sounds like it's everything this game isn't, from how you're describing it. Yeah. Where anytime I felt like I was just holding forward, something would happen that was just challenging enough to make me be like, ooh, I need to do this, but not just like, oh, put the circle in the circle spot.
Sure.
You know what I mean? It was always just like one step enough that I'm like, okay,
or even
cool.
even a good walking sim like Edith Finch, like where you don't have a lot mechanically going on, would constantly change up your perspective or change up the story that you were in, so that you're continually engaged in it finds something to hook you, even if it's not mechanical. There's a design feature to bring you into the beauty of the story, and it sounds like that's what's
so that's a great way, right? And a great compare contrast thing. Gameplay wise, no. From the get-go, you're going to get extra abilities, like you can turn yourself into this giant block that like can smash through things or weight yourself down in high winds. You get the ability to jump and then hover jump, and then you find a way to like shoot yourself up real high. None of that is so radically different that you don't understand it in the first 5 minutes of playing the game. And so that is the thing. I would say the only thing that's changing that's interesting is when you get the new color to the world, it'll change certain things. So, I'm going in the early days of it, or early parts of the game, you're going through and you're smashing through and it's very red. Eventually it adds in this green thing. So it's like the treetops are there now and they look like real trees, but then they'll go from either they'll fade away or and they come back in just a triangle. So you're like trying to figure out the platform. But again, you look at it like, okay, got it. And you're walking and it's like when I jump, they disappear. Okay, got it. And then I did the blue color and came back and now the treetops were like invisible, but like water was on them. So I could hop to them that way. And I was like, okay, got it. It's just, again, I can see where this would be peaceful, like a turn off your mind kind of thing. I'm just like, oh, cool, I'm just going to run through this. And again, if you're, you want the score and the visual, I get all that. But just from a gameplay mechanic, I'm just like, cool. Like, it sucks that I don't think this is a 10 out of 10. The other parts, obviously score art 10 out of 10 for sure. But then you get here and you're just like, darn.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
then Guacamelee 2.
Guacamelee 2, yeah, right. Audience members had been, what, because Cool Greg's not here?
Yeah.
Remember, 5330. Guacamelee 2 had been on the... I love Drinkbox. I've loved Drinkbox since they were a pub fun game on the plays, or for a developer on PlayStation. And then, Mutant Blobs Attack, and then Severed eventually, Guacamelee 1,
them other games.
I hung myself to dry there. Yeah. Anyways, everything they've done, right? I guess that was all everything done. Has been fantastic. And so when Guacamelee 2 arrived, it was that thing of like, awesome, Drinkbox, Guacamelee 2, can't wait to play it. Also, it's buried amongst a million other games, and I know this is going to come to Switch one day.
Yeah.
I was a person who played Guacamelee on the PlayStation Vita.
Okay.
So I was like, that is a game I think of playing and screwing around with while I watch something else while I'm on a plane. I'll wait for the Switch.
On the Nintendo Switch prototype. Yeah. The
PlayStation Vita. Exactly. 100%.
Right,
The beta for the Nintendo Switch.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. And so I was like, I'll wait for the Nintendo Switch version. Come running up on the showcase. The showcase is Saturday. It comes out the Tuesday afterwards on the Nintendo Switch. And during the showcase, they dropped the news, of course, that my personal friend, shirtless arachnid person, is in this game alongside my dog Portillo. And so I was like, well, I gotta see this. I gotta try it, which was a huge fucking mistake. Because of course I started it on PlayStation and unlocked the character, and I was like, well, and then you go by and it's 5 hours, and I'm in that game, and I'm like, God damn!
Like, no!
Again, dude, a game like, and there's so many people had been yelling at us at the time of like, you guys gotta start playing. This is one of the best games of the year. It is pure Drinkbox in the way of like, just nobody. So few developers get games like they get games. The way that game is enjoyable start to finish in every sense of the word. You're unlocking new powers and abilities as you go. It's such a fun clip that just as you master one, here's another thing. It's Metroidvania, right, of going by and seeing the giant red block above you and being like, all right, I need to remember that, or I know I'm going to be able to break that eventually. And of course, your map targets it for you. There's easy giant like Tonga heads that you can talk to fast travel back and forth to things. The dialogue's funny. The art, of course, is beautiful. I think one detriment I would put on it, and one of the reasons I bet it didn't find more success and more people clamoring for how amazing the game is that this story is very, very, very intrinsically a sequel. Where I played Guac 1 and loved Guac 1. And starting this one up, I'm running into characters that I remember. Oh, I remember you, Flamin' Head Guy. No, I remember. And then they're talking to you as if I just beat Guac yesterday. Yeah. And I'm like, no, you understand. I don't remember anything about the fucking story. Like, I don't you know what I mean? Like, no. Like, it's not a huge deal. It's just like, oh, you're back. Oh, yeah, I've done this since we talked. Anyway, and it's just like, it's that thing where I'm like, okay, but whatever, you know. But then you run on and out. But then the new stuff, like the whole story here is like, there's a Mexiverse similar to the multiverse from DC or whatever, and there's a world-ending thing. You're like the last one, so they need you to go and do all this. So like, there's tons of jokes and tons of fun. But even those, some of them are doing callbacks to characters, and it's just like, oof, yeah, I don't remember this game as well. I'm sure there is a huge Guac fan base that remembers it stem to stern like I remember Last of Us. But
so do you find yourself playing Shirtless Arachnid Man more, or do you find yourself playing Porty more?
Shirtless Arachnid, you know what I mean? Like, Porty's great. You get in there and like, it's powerful and impressive to see a dog that size do some of the things he's allowed to do in there and the way he attacks. But yeah, you want to be Shirtless Arachnid Man in there doing suplexes, throwing stuff.
Shirtless Arachnid person. My apologies.
But no, it's as awesome as always. I think they do a lot of clever things in terms of the gameplay of jumping between the light world and the dark world, and then as usual, it's that they introduce a concept to you. They introduce a new enemy for you. You get 2 or 3 rooms of getting that under control, and then it's like, now here's the variation of it, where suddenly you're in the room with 4 different types of enemies. Some can only be hit from behind. They all have different colored auras on them that you need to remember the corresponding punch to do to knock their aura down, to knock them out. And because once you get in there and start fighting somebody, except for a boss, they're going to go drop really quick. But it is that idea of like juggling everything together to keep it going. And then there's platforming in there that, what I always love about Drinkbox games, and especially Guac 2, is that they present you with challenges that are okay, hold on. Okay, I died. Okay, well, and it's never, fuck me, I'm never going to get this. I'm never, ever going to get this. It's like, no, I've done it before. And I've done a few tries and you get through it. And especially when you go in and you're like, well, this seems impossible at first glance, but then you figure out, the dash mechanic you need to do, and then the freeze, and then this, and blah, blah, blah. Like,
Greg Miller.
Yeah.
Is there a special move for Porty called Guac the Dog?
I don't think so, but I haven't unlocked it all. I still need to beat Guac 2. Okay, I'm very deep into it, but I need to beat it.
If Guac the Dog is there, that's great.
Yeah.
If not, 1 out of 10.
Oh, wow, damn. You're a harsh mistress, but I appreciate it. Yeah. Remember, of course, Porty's just a skin here. When you go to the big screens, it's still very chicken-based. Porty still
He
lays an egg. Porty still lays an
He
egg.
looks confused though.
Of course, yeah.
To be fair, I think
fair.
I've seen Porty lay an egg on your carpet a couple of times. So
No!
that's- yeah.
There was a Twitter thread of one of the Kind of Funny best friends who's gonna have to stop playing as it because when Porty gets hit, he yelps, and they were like, "Can we turn that off?" And Drinkbox is like, "No," and they're like, "I can't play as him anymore. I just can't do it. I can't see him get hurt." Yeah.
I love it. That's
Yeah, but it's great as always, and obviously we're in the shirtless Arachnid person and Porty are in the game, but I love Drinkbox before. And
Yeah.
it broke me, and now I'm getting trophies, which is good.
You know a game you're not in yet?
What's that?
Fortnite.
Yet, thank you.
Yet.
Yeah, I'm never
I like
getting a
that.
Fortnite. Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
If
What
we
are you
get
doing?
if we get a Kind of Funny reference in Fortnite, holy fucking shit! All right, that'll be a big deal.
Maybe Nick Chester will just tweet at you one day instead.
Maybe I can get Nick Chester to tweet at me.
Yeah.
Season 7.
A weird thing happened on my way to the Game Awards, right? Where I started getting a hankering for more Fortnite when they dropped season 7 stuff and started talking about it. I was like, damn, I could see me getting back into that. And so, of course, Smash came.
Yeah.
We did the showcase, we played a ton of Smash, and then we went home. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna play more Smash. And I started doing the unlocking, play somebody and quit out to the main menu and come back in. And I was like, you know what? This fucking sucks. I love Smash.
Yeah.
I don't like trying to unlock these things. It's something I've known for a long time with Smash, but I was like, maybe it'll be different here. And it's not. I just like playing Smash with people. And so I don't want to play Smash single player stuff. World of Light, I tinkered with, and I was like, cool, just not what I like to do in it. I like screaming at each other.
What many people like to do.
Sure.
Honestly.
So I was like, all right, put it down. I'm like, well, what am I going to get into? And I was like, you know what? Let's boot up Fortnite. If you're a Kind of Funny fan, you probably don't need to be reminded, but we all fell in love with Fortnite on the Switch, which was mid season 4. We all played through season 5. Season 6 came around, and I took a break and didn't play it at all. Joey did a little bit here and there. I think Kev did, and Andy did a little bit, but it definitely wasn't like it was. So coming back to season 7, it was taking an entire season off, and then as much as that game dramatically changes, a brand new start with season 7. And so this is the first time I went on my Epic account and figured it all out and disconnected my old PlayStation from the other one, connected my PlayStation to my real account now, renamed my Nintendo account, which was supposed to be my throwaway account, named it my real account, and did a whole bunch of stuff. But where I have one Fortnite or Epic account now that rules them all. And like a big boy, because many people insulted me and wanted to make fun of me for playing on the Nintendo Switch, I committed to playing on PlayStation, started it up on PlayStation, and jumped back in there. And fucking good lord, like what a game. You know what I mean? Like I know so many people, it's a weird thing, I don't know if you ever see it, you never talk about Fortnite, but so many people when I tweet about Fortnite are just like, oh my god, Greg, really, blah blah. And I'm like, you people are crazy.
Yeah.
You people are crazy, because I get not liking a game. There's plenty of games
It's like
I
when
don't
people
like.
bitched about NSYNC. Shut up. Everyone loves
But
NSYNC.
to look at a game, to look at what Epic is doing as a company recently, to look at what they do with Fortnite every 3 months or whatever it is, like you are a crazy person not to be in awe of this game. And even for taking the season off and then getting a new one, so kind of like 2 seasons, if that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
To get in there and have this thing be so completely different. To climb into this game now, and there's airplanes, and there's ATVs with jetpacks on them or whatever, and there's zip lines everywhere, and it's like there's a grappling hook gun, and there's all sorts of new guns, and it's just like we played so much in season 5 that at the end of it we were all really good, like right, and for Switch players. It's every I wanted to call out. You're not playing at the real place. We were all good. You know what I mean? Building is always where we were still wonky because we're still learning. But to come back into this game now and have it be so completely different and have it be, learning from the ground up again of what to do and how to do it and where to go and what areas are what now, because of course everything's iced over now. And like I was there obviously when the desert stuff started, but now that all the ice stuff's there and this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. But again, it's on the half of the gameplay just being addictive, sure, but then it's just how well made the game is in terms of the hooks for you to play. I kicked it on the first night and I was like, I'm gonna play a little bit. I'm not gonna grab a battle pass. I want to make sure this isn't a passing addiction. Like I don't want it to be just one night. I wanted to get back in and then I bought a battle pass. Woke up the next morning, wanted to play more, bought the battle pass right away.
So battle passes are season by season?
Yeah.
And how much are they?
You can do $10 or you can do $25. $25 gets you 25 levels as well. So you get 25 tiers of rewards automatically.
None of which are necessary to enjoy
Of course
the
not.
game.
No, it's all aesthetic. You know what I mean? It's all just like, do you want to look? And that's so I was talking to my friend last night. I was all in over the weekend. I just texted Poe finally, and I was like, dude, you need to download Fortnite on your PlayStation 4. And Poe, of course, you've seen him on the Game Over Greggy show. He's my mainstream friend, right? Who has a PlayStation 4, loves video games, but is also a doctor and a father and a professor, doctor, whatever, a father, and is still playing Black Flag on his PlayStation 4 and totally happy.
Yeah. Well, to be fair,
A great game.
Yeah.
A great fucking game. But I hit him up and he was like, okay, cool. And he's like, it's free? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, is it just free this weekend or is it free all the time? I'm like, it's free all the time. Get it. And so he got it. And yeah, Tuesday night, him and I climbed on there. And I was talking about this with somebody recently, and it was just this weird thing of Poe and I, like I was always the hardcore video game fan, right? And he played stuff with me all the time. There's tons of stories of us playing stuff. But I remember when I convinced him to buy a PS2, when we played NCAA all the time, and then when I convinced him to buy the SOCOM the adapter, all that jazz and stuff. And we came home and did one thing. You're like, this sucks. Sorry about this. Theoretically, we should be in the golden age of video games where we can just do it all the time and jump on there and play it, right? There's always such a chasm because what will inevitably happen is, oh my God, Poe, the Division is coming up and it's going to be super cool and you should play it. Oh, sure, Destiny 2 is coming up. Oh, okay, cool, right? That opening weekend comes out and I play 36 hours straight and I'm a super high level and all this stuff. And then he buys it or gets a code from whatever. And it's just like, by the time we try to sync up, it doesn't work. Yeah. He's in Chicago. I'm here. So like the days never sync up. He's trying to live and it just never happens. So for it to be, all right, we're playing Tuesday night and jump in and have it be cool. Of course, all the difference in our characters are just aesthetics. Yep. So it's like, all right, let's go. And it was that there was an article or it was a Twitter thread we were talking about on Games Daily this week, but I had seen of this guy who was coming to the conclusion that like, holy shit, like he jumped in and played with his kid and their 12-year-old friends. Yeah. And it was the holy shit. They're not playing Fortnite to play Fortnite. They're playing Fortnite to hang out together. Yeah. Nobody's trying to win. They're all fucking around. People get killed. Nobody goes. Yeah, exactly. And I had read that already, but not thought about it for me and Poe. Mm-hmm. But when like we jump in and he's like, all right, we'll jump in. And it was that thing of like, I was like, all right, cool. We're not trying to win, so just tell me whatever, like what, because I know we're not going to, a duo of me and Poe aren't going to pull this off, you know what I mean? And so to jump in there and teach him the game and then us learn together the new mechanics that I don't even know and run around and like, it was insane of, he was like, what about, how do you get these planes? I'm like, I don't know. I think I saw one crashed into a house yesterday, but that was it. And then like the next match we ran into it and he's like, can I get on a plane? I'm like, yes. He's like, all right, you fly and I'm shooting. And so it's me and him in the sky and we were just patrolling this entire thing and then shooting down planes as they came at us, right? And it was just like, and we're just bullshitting around and talking. And I know it's the thing I'm sure dozens, if not hundreds of people watching or listening to this have had with their friends. But for me, I hadn't had that with Poe in a long time.
It's the best parts of Counter-Strike, the best parts of Destiny, and then a third best part. And you've got the pure skill-based part of Counter-Strike, which is usually honestly about winning. Counter-Strike's a very hardcore community. Sure. This is for having fun. Then you've got the Destiny hanging out with your friends thing, but none of the grind. Yeah. So you still can improve in skill and improve in cosmetics and grind that XP, but none of it's going to affect your ability to play side by side. And then third, you have the unprecedented accessibility, the fact that you can all play anywhere. You can play with Poe.
Yeah, of course.
And there's never been anything like that in games before.
And it's, I think, something that wouldn't ever speak to me normally. Like I don't know how I would ever think about this or look at it, but again, with him, cool, all right, like we're in a PlayStation party, which I never do. I never want to talk to anybody on a fucking line. We're in a PlayStation party. All right, cool, I've booted it up. And all of a sudden to be like, all right, cool, so you're on this screen, you see your character? All right, cool. Well, R1, like, to start explaining to him and giving him a walkthrough as I'm doing it too, but I can't see what he's doing, but I'm just telling him this. It was this weird thing of like, oh man, like menus have a tendency to be super fucking complicated. And to be just R1 over here and you see that's a battle pass and like, all right, it's like, oh, okay. And then it was like, hit start and go here. Are you in Builder Pro? And not him being like, wait, what, where? And no, yeah, I'm in Builder Pro. All right, cool. It was just like, fuck, this thing is expertly designed.
Thing works.
This thing is designed like in a way that anyone can walk anyone through it. And it was like, that's all little shit that I understand. Who the fuck cares? But like when it doesn't work, when I'm struggling to get hit, like when in the old days of like trying to fucking play a PlayStation 3 game, and like, all right, what do you see? And he's like, printer settings, and I'm like, okay, circle out of that and go over
first media bar.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna check that out.
You got to check it out. I'm gonna jump around a bit, cool, Greg.
Jumping around.
Ready for this?
Like Did you notice the House of Pain?
The House of Pain. Did you notice the time code I gave you in Control on Slack? I gave you a time code for Guacamelee 2. Then I'm going a little out of order here. So we did Guacamelee 2. Then we did Fortnite. Right?
Okay.
You get that?
I'm in order for everything, yeah.
Okay, cool. Then we got the ads. I'm now jumping ahead to Katamari Damacy.
Yes, indeed. Katamari Damacy!
Tell me about it, Jared.
I am so excited about Katamari Damacy Reroll. Have you ever played Katamari?
I have never played the game. I've heard the songs.
Yeah?
I've seen the videos.
Okay.
I'm like, this seems very Japanese.
It's very, well, it is extraordinarily Japanese and quirky, or it's from a school of Japanese design. I think that might be more accurate. It's very quirky, very colorful, incredible music. Really wonderful. Greg, were you a Katamari guy back in the day?
Oh my God, was
Here
I a
we-
Katamari guy.
Well,
Oh,
guess
thank
what?
you.
Katamari Damacy is back in
This is-
Katamari Damacy Reroll. First off, thank you for this delicious iced coffee.
No problem.
Second off, good Lord, are you playing it yet?
I have it on my Switch. I have not started it. I went to the Gris route first.
They nailed it.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Is
it
it,
is-
so what's the deal? Is it the first game again?
It's HD Katamari with some quality of life changes. It's
ba,
great.
ba, ba,
Yeah, it's like, hey,
ba,
look,
ba,
we're all
ba,
nice. We're all
ba,
nice,
ba,
and
ba.
we got some cutscenes in here, all nice and widescreen. But pretty much, it's the Katamari you remember for people that have never experienced
King of the Cosmos
it.
there?
Yeah, King of the Cosmos.
Woo-wee!
Still doesn't like you. Still got a dysfunctional cosmic family going on. Still got to put the stars in the sky. Still got some of the best weird kind of down tempo jazz, weird musicness. Looks stellar in HD. Katamari, a game about rolling up tiny things with a ball. You're a little die. You're rolling a ball. Everything sticks to it. You're rolling
It's a
stuff up.
brilliant game.
And it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. So you start out like rolling up like thumbtacks and little like board game pieces. And eventually
You've
you're
played
rolling
it.
up towns.
No, you've never played Katamari? Oh, fuck. You got to play this.
Yeah, it's kind of like got the mechanics of like a puzzle game, a racing game, and a creative game all kind of rolled into one. But yeah, it's the kind of game that just about anybody can enjoy. It's very easy to understand. You can roll up anything that's smaller than you, and anything bigger than you knocks stuff off what you're rolling. So as you grow, though, the stuff that used to screw you up, now you
start
can pick
taking-
it up.
yeah, yeah.
So eventually you're starting out with like, I'm a centimeter tall, and eventually you're literally rolling up cities.
Yeah.
And from that, like, and you just build up. Greg, please continue on that.
No, you're crushing it. I mean, that's what Katamari is. How does it look? Katamari was always a very polygonal game,
Yeah.
but it was pretty for what it was at the time. How's it look on Switch
So
now?
what they did was they did a nice clean upres. They did not
Okay.
endeavor to like make it all super textury or anything. It's still very like garage shaded. It just looks clean and pretty and HD.
Okay.
Garage
it's got-
shaded?
Garage shaded. Like Mario 64, garage shading is instead of putting a texture on something, sometimes you just use a color pattern on it. So there's some textures and the textures look really sharp, but often they'll just go for a nice like primary or a nice like just kind of okay, this is just one color with a little dithering to give
You'll
you
get like
sense
you'll
of,
get like that light green, but then a dark green
Yeah,
around.
yeah,
on it.
cool.
Okay.
yeah,
Never
it's
heard of that before.
really smart art design on it. And
Knows everything.
yeah, it's beautiful. I love it.
Yeah.
I think it's a superb introduction for people who've never played. The controls were great.
Did they correct me if I'm wrong? Wasn't there a weird rollout about this? I saw somebody bitching about online. Isn't it like it was retail first and then digital this week? Does that make sense?
I don't know. I bought my copy from GameStop. They
Okay.
had a physical copy. This is a game I wanted a physical copy of. So I bought it
Understandable.
that way.
No, I'm not knocking it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just
So I
want
don't
this
know.
game to get in everybody's hands. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't know, but this and it's
using your
also it's a
Switch. I wanna jump in the store.
discount budget game. And yeah, actually, I think it's in my cartridges out there.
I said I want to jump into the store, so it doesn't matter.
Oh,
Don't
in
let me
the
stop
store.
you.
Are you going to be that way?
I'm cross-examining you.
Look at you cross-examining me. I believe it's 30 right now. I
nice.
believe that's the price.
Well
It's a
worth it.
discount title.
Katamari is a fantastic game. Tim, you
Yeah.
need to play this.
Okay.
I think it's
I've
30.
always
I don't
been
want, I don't want
interested
any
in
of
it.
your BS, Tim. I want you to
No
play.
Yeah,
bullshit.
Tim, I'd be shocked if you don't like it. And it's a very self-contained game. It's a great, like, I'm done playing Smash and I want to do something else for a while game. It's another bit. You
have
can
that
play it in
moment.
like 7-minute bursts, too, if you want to. And that's another nice thing about it.
How long is it overall?
I don't know. I haven't finished it yet. But if it's anything like the original, it's not especially long.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
And that's something I'd like to pop into real quick, if I
do.
may. Katamari is amazing. Everybody buy Katamari. It is $30. You're correct. Gris.
Yes.
That was my thing. Is I just feel like it's too long for what it is too. You know what I mean? We're talking about it. Where I felt like when we were talking about last night, Jen and I, and we're just going back and forth, and I'm like, I get what this is. It's about the lens. It wants to experience this. Yada yada yada. I felt infinitely more out of the 45 minutes with Florence than I did with the 2 hours of Gris. Right. And even Journey, which I think was also 2 hours period, right?
2
like
hours, yeah.
that was like the right ramping to it, whereas this one just doesn't seem to ramp Gris. Thank you. Sorry, that was my Gris
No,
moment.
no, I think it's great. I'm glad you put them. It's also a game you can play with your kids. That's another thing. Like, there's no violence. It's just very, very fun and weird and wonderful. And man, the music alone is is worth the game. The music's great.
Cool. If I wanted violence, though, Greg,
Yeah.
Hades.
Oh, sorry. I was watching the trailer here for Santa Tracker on the Switch. $199. I saw this. I can't tell.
That sounds like a cool, Greg game.
I can't tell if it's a game or if it's literally just an app that tracks Santa. Because the thing says, "Where is Santa? Countdown News Santa Blog."
Do you ever?
And there it
listen-
is, Destination North Pole. I think it might just be a bad app.
Do you ever track Santa on the internet when he's flying around on Christmas Eve?
No, back in the day I used to watch the news and the
Yeah.
Weather Channel where they track Santa for me,
Right.
but I was never into the Santa tracking business.
I keep up every year
on the internet.
I
Yeah?
want to know where he is.
Yeah.
I don't trust him.
It's understandable.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm the only bearded fat
no.
guy in this house.
You know what? I can't be cynical about Santa. I love Santa so much. I believe in Santa, and I totally am not suspicious of him. I just want to know when he's getting to my house.
See, now it sounds like you're trying to throw him off the trail. Hades, Super Giant. That's right, everybody. Sorry, I played a PC game.
Wow. I walked in there today.
God.
Walked in and you were playing a
And
game
of course, I
on
started
your
it. It's on the
laptop.
wrong monitor. I Google how to do that. I window it. I pull it up. Then it's running like shit because I'm on a Surface Book. God, why do people fucking do this themselves? Played Hades.
You know what? When my graphics card get here,
Don't even start with
It's
me,
gonna
you
play
turncoat.
so well.
Just Jared Petty. I'm ordering a PC because everything's amazing. I'm a big old nerd. Gets it. Graphics card dead. That's what you deserve. That's what you deserve.
You fucking
That's why
nerd.
Santa's skipping your ass. You dork.
my graphics
No,
card arrived broken.
I love Super Giant. They are amazing. Of course, Bastion, Transistor, Pyre, most recently. And I'll follow them to the ends of the earth. Like, I love everything they do. You know what I mean? Pyre, I did demos of, and I was like, I don't know if this is really for me, so I never really gave it a
Would you
shot.
follow them to the depths of hell, Greg?
I would. That's PC gaming. So yeah, I downloaded the Epic
Featuring
Game
Dark
Store.
Pit?
Downloaded the Epic Game Store. Yeah. Went in, got Hades, and played a bit of it today. Like what you guys saw was pretty. I did like a 30-minute basically demo so I could come in and do it. But I'll tell you right now, that game's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And when that is finally released, hopefully on a console, I will be all over that because that is a Greg Miller ass roguelike or roguelite.
Yeah, and this is the Escape from Hell game, right?
Right.
That's-
So it's you're the prince or whatever of hell, and you're trying to get out, and so you go, and it's very it plays. I think when you look at it, it definitely looks in plays like Transistor / Bastion, and I can see a lot of Bastion in the move set of what's going on already, and you're fighting enemies that I think have a lot of visual aesthetic to them that remind me a lot of the.
It looks super rad.
Oh, yeah, totally.
To me, looking at the trailer from Game Awards, it looks like a mix of Dead Cells with Bastion.
Yeah, and that's what people have been saying, right? Like it's that meets Bastion, it's Diablo meets Bastion, it's all sorts of anything rogue games,
right. And there have been Escape from Hell games before. People
Sure.
have visited this, but Supergiant was made to create a game like this.
And so, like, for me, I'm playing it and I'm doing like because the right now it's no bells and whistles, it's early access or whatever they're calling it. I dropped in. There was no. I don't know if I skipped it maybe by accident, but there's no intro cinematic. It was just drop in. All right, cool. I'm doing stuff. I'm fighting things. This is cool. This is cool. Got hit, died. Right. And as we know from the trailer, then you go into that pool of blood and come out, and you start in Hades, in the palace basically that you were in again.
Yeah.
So you come back in and you start talking. Now I'm talking to people and they're like, "Oh hey, oh you're back. Oh you got killed out there, yeah." And you're like, "Oh shit." Yeah. You go in there, your dad gives you shit. You're like, "Oh, you're still trying to get to the surface, huh? You're not gonna do it. Stop trying." You're like, "Oh fuck you, dad." Not fuck you,
Dad.
Not fuck you. Cerberus is there.
Little
Right?
Mermaid storyline. I love it.
But like, then I went into my room and that's where it's like, oh, I get it. Where it's like, okay, cool. I've earned the stuff I had earned out there in my battles, the purple currency. I can now apply to have more health, more this, more that. And I'm
Do you
like,
have a Guar poster in your room?
no, because it's not that. It's a funny, well written game, but it's not like leaning into that side. I'm
I
like,
know.
nah.
I was imagining if the Prince of Hell had
Sure.
his own teenage angst room, there would be a Guar poster.
No.
I just watched Empire Records last week. What a fucking
We want to
movie.
party with you, Mark.
Okay.
God, Empire Records is a great movie. But anyways, yeah, that's where it was like I lit up. I'm just like, oh, it's like what I loved about Rogue Legacy from Super Giant exactly. And then it is like, I was fooling around and there's another shrine you go to that has like, oh, these are once you find things, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be like Bastion where I can amplify the gameplay and make it harder, make it easier kind of thing. Like, oh fuck yes. And jumped right back in and there was a gift from Zeus there. You take it, Zeus talks to you, and it's again not over the top comedic, but it is like yeah, your dad's always been a problem. Like here's we want you to come out, we want you to get. And so it's like, oh, fun. And like I ran into Athena on the run before that gave me another thing. And it, you do it, and just like the trailer, it says like, do you want to amplify this power? Do you want to do dash better? Do you want to have stronger attacks? And it's like,
is Persephone running around at all?
Not what I saw, but I would definitely think so.
Yeah,
based
maybe
on
she's
everything.
only there half the time. Maybe.
Yeah,
But,
I see what you're doing there.
Fine. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, so yeah, totally. It looks great, on board. I hope it comes to console soon.
Awesome. Jared.
Yes, sir.
Phantasy Star.
Phantasy Star, indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, long ago on the Sega Master System, Greg Miller's 8-bit console of choice.
That's right.
That's right.
Ghost House, what up?
Long ago, in the age of Dragon Quest, a little plucky company called Sega created their own top-down RPG / 3D forced perspective RPG on an 8-bit console. And guess what? It was light years ahead of its time. It was more beautiful. It had extraordinary music, a deep plot, a strong female protagonist, surprising twists and turns, a really spectacular ending, and no one played it because it was on the Sega Master System.
Oh, everybody. Fuck your Duck Hunt.
What about you, Greg? Did
Mario
you play it?
sucks. No, I did not.
When
Jared asked me about it. I'm like, no, dude, I had no older brother. I was out there. It's like, oh, Double Dragon. I like Ghostbusters. I don't like Ghost House. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
I remember I was an RPG fan because I had a computer background as a kid. And in 1987, I remember standing in a Montgomery Ward watching the 3D dungeons of Phantasy Star and the incredible, this game has great monster animation because the Master System was technically superior to the NES. It could make prettier graphics. And Lord, they look pretty. It was a really glorious RPG for its time. And I was just like, I want that. I want it so bad. But I was poor and a child and did not get it. And I got an NES eventually instead. Sidebar. The game's been reissued several times then. So why should we care? Because this, ladies and gentlemen, is part of my favorite thing in the whole wide world, the Sega Ages collection on Nintendo Switch.
One of your favorite thing in the whole world.
Yes, because the Sega Ages collection on Nintendo Switch, created by M2, the finest emulation house in all of Japan, doesn't just release lazy ports or emulations of old games. As they did already this year with Sonic the Hedgehog and Lightning Force.
Yes.
They have released the definitive version of Phantasy Star. What makes it definitive? I'll tell you, my friend. One, they rebalanced the entire game because that game is hard. So they made it far less grindy and gave you much more experience per battle. Now, instead of wandering around fighting every 5 steps, as you did in the original, because that was the design standard for the day, you can get around to the story much more quickly and yet still accelerate your experience appropriately.
It's the let's go of Phantasy Star.
Exactly.
Hey.
Yep, and it makes the game much, frankly, more fun. Second, they added in the FM synthesis sound that never made its way to the United States version, where we had the crappy PCM sound. That now it sounds all rich and wonderful and really, really cool. But of course, there's switches to turn all this stuff on and off. You know, and then
Taking a step back real quick,
Yeah.
to be clear, Sega Ages is a line of Sega games that they're releasing only on Switch.
right now, I have only seen Sega Ages on Switch.
And the Sega Genesis collection, which also came out this week on Switch, totally different, not made by
Totally
M2.
different.
That's trash.
That's an entirely, it's not trash.
Okay.
But it's very different.
Okay.
It's very, very different. The level of quality and love that goes into Sega Ages is an old series. And actually, when I said only on Switch, let's be clear, Sega Ages has been around for years in disc format.
Ages is Sega backwards.
Yeah, the long, long time there's been a Sega Ages. And Sega Ages sucked at the beginning, and then they handed it to M2, and then it got real, real good. And now they've released it as kind of a boutique line on Switch. And it's just so perfect. They add features that make the games better, like I said, the rebalancing. But more importantly, this game has 3D dungeons. What do you not want to do in an old 8-bit game? Get out that graph paper, because you had to do that back in the day. Auto mapping added in on a 25-year-old video game. It was like, no, we're just going to, or 30-year-old video game.
What are you saying?
In old days, I'll take it.
Please.
In the old days, maps, they didn't include those in any way, shape, or form in video games.
Yeah.
So people would bust out graph paper and have to draw the map and do whatever. He's saying the game now does that automatically. It does make
Like
it
a modern game would. Like if you're playing a game with a dungeon,
Like
a
if
modern
Axiom
game, like
Verge,
map
right?
it for you, right?
Yeah.
That wasn't in the old game. They just added it in. It's there now. Makes the game more playable, more fun, more accessible. So, should you play Phantasy Star? Friends, it's good. It's an 8-bit RPG with a neat story. It's about science fiction and outer space and a big mystery and terrorism, and it's surprisingly bleak and dark and murderous, and I recommend it.
Why is fantasy spelt with a PH?
Because I imagine that's easier to trademark. Also, while Phantasy Star 1, very good,
answer.
everyone go buy this so that they will release Phantasy Star 2 and 4, which are the two real gems of the collection. 1 is excellent, but 2 and 4 with the same treatment would be stellar. And I hope that they get... And please buy all 3 Sega Ages games because they're selling them for the least amount of the money they can and make that kind of work feasible. And the difference between getting like a crappy dump of a bunch of old ROMs or a loving remake that makes old games accessible to new audiences, you got to decide which of these you want to buy, and I'm in the loving remake camp. What are your thoughts? I don't know. I talked a lot
Absolutely.
about this.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I want way more of that. I didn't play the Sonic one that they did, but I hear that they made some changes that weren't so great.
Oh, who told you that?
Just when I was looking on Reset Era
Fools.
about it.
Fools.
They said they added the drop dash from Mania.
Yeah,
to
but
kinda breaks
again,
the game
but
a
they
little
make
bit.
it switchable. I mean, it's all there to be turned on and off. But they don't break the game. They're giving you. They're trying to make the games more accessible to people that haven't played them before or that played later versions and want to go back to them.
But it didn't have widescreen or something. There's like a bunch of like weird things where it's like it's not the ultimate version of Sonic.
Oh, I would disagree with that. I think the Sonic collection on Sega Ages is the best version of Sonic I've ever seen.
The iOS
Sonic-
one. Without the fact that it's on iOS, it's widescreen.
Well,
it's
yeah,
way
but
better.
that's okay. So that's now we're getting in a place where we're turning from emulation to porting. Once you take an old game and you widescreen it, you're changing the game fundamentally. And that's not just about it being more difficult. It changes how the game plays. The reason that the Master System Sonic games, for example, all suck is not because they're not competently designed in terms of being pretty or Sonic is fast, or it's because
You mean Genesis? Though?
no, I'm talking about the Master System Sonic games.
I don't remember this one.
Yeah, so there were ports of Sonic to Master System.
Oh, backwards.
Yeah.
Okay, my
backwards.
apologies. I didn't know this.
No, my apologies. Yeah, sorry, I want to be clear about this. But those games suck. They don't suck because the Master System couldn't handle it. They suck because there's not enough screen real estate to have a really well realized Sonic and see what's coming. And so the game's not designed around the limitations of the system, and you can't see where you're going, and you miss a lot, and you run into things a lot. You have that blind fall problem that you have in Sonic, but even more than you do on Genesis. If you widescreen a game, you can break it very quickly. It's kind of like when you were talking about Pokemon and when you go into that first dungeon.
Yeah, for sure.
And suddenly it's just not what it was. M2 is about recreating the experience in a more accessible way, but not about recreating the experience in a way that's going to shatter what the game was. And I do think widescreening.
I need to give it a shot because I stand by the widescreen Sonic 1 on iOS is the best version of Sonic I've ever played, and I've played many versions of it.
Okay,
so it's like I'm gonna make a note right now.
I want you to go back and
shit.
start fooling around in the menus, tweak it to how you like
Yeah.
it. But I think it's a definitive version of the game.
Okay.
Can you play arcade Sonic on that? I ask you.
Arcade Sonic?
Yeah, on the iOS version.
The iOS version is just Sonic 1.
Well, no, I'm talking about Sonic 1's arcade port, which is located in the
No,
definitive
you
version.
cannot do that.
I'm sorry, friend.
Yes.
Which Sonic had the San Francisco level in it?
Sonic Adventure 2,
That's the best one.
featuring the classic track "Escape from the City."
Sonic Adventure 2.
Can you escape from the city, Sonic?
I'm impressed that you know the song,
Run
Greg.
really fast. Get that ring.
Jared, let's keep the good times going. The NES Online added new games for December. What'd they add? What are your thoughts?
Very exciting. Yeah, again, it's a Switch-tastic week. We talked
Hell
about
yeah, it
Smash. Then we went to Katamari.
Yeah, we did.
Gris.
Then we popped in here to Gris. We talked about Phantasy Star. I'm playing more Switch here. Hey, the NES drop. That's if you got the Nintendo Online service, new NES games are there. 3 new full games plus 2 special surprises. Let's talk about the special surprises first. So they've been dropping these special edition games. You played any of these yet? Like the Zelda SE?
I haven't played it. I know what it is.
Okay, well, they dropped 2 this month. One of those is Dr. Mario at the moment right before the secret cutscene. Did you know Dr. Mario had a secret cutscene
not.
that reveals like dark, sinister elements of the plot? It's very, very hard to get
Do
to.
tell.
Unless you're really, really good at Dr. Mario, you can't see this cutscene. So they just drop you in right before it.
Okay, so you just have to beat the one level.
And you just have to be the one level and you can watch the cutscene. I won't spoil what it is.
Oh my God, that's
All right?
exciting.
Second, they dropped a special edition in honor of Smash Brothers. It's Metroid, and you're standing outside the door of Ridley's room in the original
Oh, cool.
Metroid with the weapons you need to fight Ridley, and you just go do the Ridley boss fight.
That's cool.
Yeah. It's just right there. It's like, hey, go fight Ridley.
Both those seem like better uses of the SP versions of games than we've seen so far. Because they did one for Gradius, right? And they did one for Zelda. And I was like, what's the point of this? Like, this seems kind of useless.
Well, Gradius's was to make Gradius playable. Because Gradius, unless you're a god, is really, really hard to beat. And Zelda was for people that didn't have the patience to do the... Zelda SP effectively dumps you about where I am in the game before I enter the first dungeon. Because I obsessively collect things for like the first 90 minutes I play the game. And it's like, we'll just take that out.
Yeah.
Go on in.
They
BOP.
should release Smash Ultimate SP with the characters unlocked.
That sounds very good to me. But then we have 3 NES games, and we'll go in order of goodness from the bottom to the top.
Starting at the crap.
We're going to start with crap, which, well, Wario's Woods isn't crap, but who cares? It's Wario's Woods. It's a drop puzzler from the from the early 90s. It's a very, very, very late NES game. It's technically impressive, and it's not particularly fun.
Got it.
So fine, it's free. I don't care. It's Wario's Woods. If you like it, go play it. It is unique. It's about using bombs to blow up stacks. Then ascending up, Adventures of Lolo from HAL Laboratories, from the people who brought you Kirby. Another game,
Super Smash Brothers.
Another game about little round ball people, not called Kirby. And
Lolo.
You ever play Lolo?
No, I didn't.
You ever play Lolo?
Nope.
You know what it is?
No.
Top-down puzzle or action puzzler. You're Lolo. You're in little rooms. You're a little waddly guy. You pick up items. You're trying to get to the key to open the lock to the next chest. You have to kind of figure out the room and how to get through it. The puzzles get harder. Some of it is a dexterity test. Some of it is a logic test. There's a button to kill yourself and start over the room if you get stuck. It's one of those games. So I like Lolo. I think it's a non-violent, interesting brain teaser of a game that progressively goes from, hey, a kid can totally figure this out, to, good Lord, you have to be a chess master to solve this.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then it's a HAL game, and therefore good, because HAL just makes good games. And then top tier, of course,
Ninja
Gaiden. Speaking of the wizard.
Yeah.
Let's go, that guy. That's the same scene that has he's like, Ninja Gaiden. Yeah, he's standing there in the background. Anyway, Ninja Gaiden, the inspiration, the spiritual inspiration for The Messenger, award-winning The Messenger. Ninja Gaiden, you play it back in the day?
I did not.
You play it back in the day?
I mean, I was a Sega kid, but I've tinkered.
Okay. Ninja Gaiden,
Hard.
very hard. Starts
Very
easy,
hard, yeah.
Starts easy, gets real hard.
So let me rephrase it. I've played it.
Yeah.
Never beat it.
But
never
now-
came close.
Now, my friend, you have save states. And you can actually see the end of Ninja Gaiden, because the final 3 stages of Ninja Gaiden, particularly the final 2 stages, are beyond murderous, and they're just evil. Just evil, evil, evil. But with save states and a lot of practice, you will eventually see the end of Ninja Gaiden and enjoy one of the best Twitch 2D platformers of its era. So that's a great drop right there.
And the last game I want to talk about today, Jared, is Twinkle Star Sprites.
I talked about this a little on
You
Games
did?
Daily
Yeah,
today.
yeah.
I am completely unfamiliar, but I'm happy that just happened.
Well,
Yeah.
during the showcase, you flipped out about a game, Rival Mega Gun.
Right.
We showed Rival Mega Gun, and you're like,
it.
"That's Twinkle Star." I was like, "What the fuck's wrong with you, Jared?"
We're sitting in the back room Saturday. I'd never seen Rival Mega Gun. It pops up at the screen, and I'm shouting at the television, "It's Twinkle Star Sprites!" over and over. I was very excited. Little did I know, Twinkle Star Sprites dropped on the Switch a few days later. It's a Neo Geo game from back in the day. Really simple, beautiful premise. Split screen, 2 players. Because you don't want to play this game 1 player. Don't play this game 1 player. It's a 2-player game. It combines the best attributes of a shmup, a puzzle game, and a fighting game.
This sounds like a lot.
Nope, it's very little. You play it with 1 stick and 2 buttons. 1 button fires your shot, the other shoots a bomb. You're each being attacked by standard like shmup enemies, right? The more you blow them up and the more you combo blow them up, the more you send new enemies to the opponent's side of the screen to screw them up faster and faster and faster. But if you're good enough, you can bounce your opponent's enemies that they sent to you back to their side of the screen. And you're just bouncing crap back and forth until one of you loses. And that's it. And then you restart and you go again. It's so good, and it's perfect for Switch.
How much was it?
$8, I think.
$8.
Yeah, it's one of the
Twinkle
Arcade
Star
Archives
Sprites.
games. Twinkle Star Sprites, absolutely worth your money. Beautiful. You're a little witch on a broomstick. It's all cute and adorable, and great music, great Neo Geo bright color graphics. But yeah, this would be like a good one around the office to just sit in the back room and like screw with each other.
Yeah.
And it's very simple. The controls you can learn in like a minute. But if you're good at it, it's kind of got that Windjammersy thing where like if
Gotcha.
you're really good, you
Gotcha.
can totally bury people.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that's exciting stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the 200th episode of Kind of Funny Gamescast. Thank you very much for joining us. We will return next week with episode 201 because that's how numbers work.
And we'll talk about the
Miller.
showcase.
And we're going to talk about the behind the scenes of the showcase. Love you guys very much. We'll see you tomorrow on twitch.tv/kindoffunnygames if you're watching live with the morning show.
But if they're watching live, they're just going to see us here in the post show that you can get at
There's the post show.
patreon.com/kindoffunnygames.
It's true. It's time for the post show.
You can get it later, people, too. Patreon.
Bye. What's up, chat people?
What up,
How
chat
y'all
people?
Kebab's in the chat, coming with the fucking truth. Rolling around at the speed of sound. Got places to go. Got to follow my rainbow. Those are, in fact, the opening lines to Escape from the City from the hit Sonic Adventure.
That's what I said.
2.
Boy, that game sure had a lot of fishing in it.
Sonic,
No, it didn't.
Oh, wait, that was Sonic Adventure 1. That's right.
Sonic Adventure 2, the opening level, legitimately fucking awesome. The whole thing. You start off skydiving out of a
That's right.
helicopter
That's right.
with a snowboard, which we all know that's cool because that's the opening of the Power Rangers movie as well.
Yeah.
That's extreme.
But he lands in San Francisco on the hills. You're snowboarding down the hills in San Francisco. If you hit a cable car, you just punt that shit into the fucking moon.
Yeah.
And then you eventually get chased by a truck. It's perfect.
Tim Gettys, do you think that supposedly leaked Sonic the movie poster on the Golden Gate Bridge with the legs is evocative of? Is that a real poster?
I think
that's
that
a
one's
real
real.
poster.
Okay.
There's a third poster.
The Chris
that
Pratt car one
The Chris
or
Pratt
whatever?
car one, which I also believe. I think they're all real.
Is that evocative of Sonic Adventure 2? Is this going to be Sonic's grand?
Oh, when I
San
saw that, I definitely hit me. I'm like, oh my God. I'm so interested in this fucking movie. I can't wait to see a trailer. I said this on the morning show, but Detective Pikachu, everything about that, I'm
Yeah.
like, this is stupid. Then we saw the trailer. I'm like, I'm fucking in.
Yeah.
What if Sonic's the same? I don't think it's gonna be.
The difference
what
is
if-
that Nintendo makes good characters.
Yeah,
And
but like Sonic's
a great character.
I love Sonic.
Sonic's a great character to sell video games. He's a great character to star in a video game. But very much like Mario, I have my doubts about him being a movie character.
But Jim Carrey's Dr. Robotnik.
Yeah, Jim Carrey was the Riddler too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
Great.
was, dude.
He's great.
He was great as the Riddler, but that movie was terrible.
Yeah,
Yeah, Holy Rusted Metal Batman.
I didn't like Jim Carrey in The Christmas Carol.
Oh, I remember that. That's right. I forgot he was in that.
he was also the Grinch.
Yeah. Oh, I hate that movie.
Yeah, yeah.
No, if we're going Jim Carrey, I think definitely got to lean in on The Truman Show and Man on the Moon. I think those are the Jim Carrey.
Truman Show's a great movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you coming on Bruce Almighty?
You know, Bruce Almighty, mostly harmless. You?
I remember it being amazing. But
I
was
like Bruce
also in
Almighty.
7th grade.
Yeah, I was a kid. I liked Bruce Almighty, and then when now I've caught a couple times like TBS or whatever. Like, yeah, it's fun. It's a fun dumb movie. Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm
all right with
also
it.
God. You
Yeah.
kidding me?
Yeah.
Best cast.
Morgan
of all
Freeman
time.
is God.
Yeah,
Yeah, you got Morgan Freeman.
perfect.
There's God. I believe it.
Daniel Penland says the voice cast for the Sonic movie has me intrigued. Yeah, me too. And also like the production team. I'm like, there's a lot of good going on in this movie.
Except for
Yeah.
the fact that Sonic's in it.
You know, I love Sonic though.
I love
always
Sonic
have.
games that are good.
I love the Sonic cartoon. One of
Oh,
them.
the Sonic cartoon is.
The Saturday morning one was Sat-Am was awesome. Sonic the Adventures of Sonic was some bullshit.
Now,
Looney Tunes
returning
ripoff.
to it now.
Yeah,
Do you still feel good about it?
it's awesome. Totally. There was 3 different Sonic cartoons.
Yeah,
during the 90s.
there have been a lot of them.
Yeah,
Right.
the Sonic Saturday morning one, the one that people call Sonic Sat-Am.
Right.
It's good.
Now, is it good the way like you remember Power Rangers being
No,
good?
no. It's way better than that. It's not good the way we talk about like
All right.
Batman the Animated Series.
I'm gonna go. Okay, well, yeah. Whoa! Your laptop's safe.
Sonic X sucked. Ignacio Rojas. Sorry. Take it to the bank.
Yeah.
We all fine. Take it to the house.
Well, we all got real quiet.
Yeah.
Jared, do you think Braveheart is a boring film? What? That is an odd question. I mean, no.
Why
no
not?
offense to
There's a right and
Braveheart.
wrong side of history on it. I mean, do you think
What,
it's
on
a boring,
Braveheart?
forgettable
No, I don't think
film?
it's boring. I
Well,
think it's
you're
a
wrong.
very
You're wrong.
interesting movie.
You're wrong.
Yeah.
He yells a lot. And that's it. Done.
He does yell a great deal. Yep. There's a lot of yelling in that film. I like movies with yelling. Not all movies with
I
yelling.
just don't understand yelling ever. There's no reason to.
No reason to yell. You must be coming down from the sugar.
Avery Williams says Sonic Underground, Tim Tam. Yeah, Sonic Underground was the third one. I feel like that only had like 12 episodes or something like that. I might be wrong, but that was too short to be good or bad.
Okay, I'm gonna go back. Where can I watch the Sonic?
I don't know where you could, but like it's available. I definitely have it.
Sonic the Fast Dog.
There he is.
He's got to go fast.
I'm gonna give it another try here. Jared, get your free Dragon Quest XI avatars and theme on PSN. I didn't know there was a Dragon Quest theme on PSN.
Can you pull up YouTube?
I missed that.
Daniel Lima says, thanks for saying hi and fixing my tie at the Game Wars. Greg, what was your favorite? And it's gone. I can't read it anymore. What was your favorite moment of the show? And do you have any constructive criticism of it too? Man. This is good for everybody, I think, too. Favorite moment of the Game Awards? It's got to be Persona 5.
Yeah, you kidding me? That was definitely my favorite moment.
Insane. That was fucking crazy.
Crash Team Racing would have been my favorite if they didn't fucking nerf it.
Yeah, totally.
Why would they do that? And I know why they did it, but still.
Constructive criticism I could have done without the music. Interludes.
Yeah.
So mine go together. Constructive criticism. I didn't like any of the musical numbers, except I really thought they nailed the Red Dead one.
Sure.
I thought was really, really well put together. Yeah, no one's surprised. But that number was like, that one was way better constructed than the rest of them. It felt like more thought went into, it had nothing to do with the music being better. It felt like that part was better produced.
Celeste, the Game of the Year medley was fucking awesome.
You thought so?
Yeah. The Celeste with an orchestra, fucking awesome.
I thought it was okay.
The ultimate thing I thought was a little weird.
Nailed it.
The Devil May Cry thing, that was weird.
Okay, that was bizarre. That was that was spit string.
Yeah,
that was practically going like Sega. Like it was
like okay. I feel like the orchestra's been better in previous years. Like they cut down on it this year. Like there was less choir, less like people on stage. But yeah, that's the only thing. Blocked in some countries. That's not good.
Where have you been blocked?
Not fixed at all.
Interesting. Yeah, not fixed at all. Cool, Greg. Can you type into the search bar Sonic theme song? Oh, that's not going to work. Sonic intro. There we go. The top one.
Okay.
And show the people. This is the one I'm talking about.
We watched this. See if this is the one I'm thinking of. All right. So far, he's fast. I remember this, yeah.
So you know what I'm talking about? It's the darker one that actually had a cool storyline.
Alright, I'm going to go back and give this a try again.
It's fucking dope.
Sonic. He's got an attitude. He's got an attitude.
He does. He's the fastest thing alive. So good.
Why don't these robots run into that wall?
Look at that. Sally, dude. Come on.
Yeah.
I love how they're all naked so they can just fuck whenever they want, you know?
The birth of furries, dude.
This is the birth of furries.
Yeah. Oh, Sonic definitely. Or I think Rescue Rangers might be the birth of furries. That's all the channel.
Cut. Go back. Cool, Greg.
Does Sally have a belly button?
I want you to look at the other one now. Just type in Sonic cartoon.
All right. Sonic the Fast Dog.
Sonic.
Intro.
Sonic cartoon.
Okay, I'm going to go back and give this a try, Tim.
Now, the second one is the one that was not good.
This I remember very well. Yeah.
It's like a knockoff Looney Tunes.
Yeah, I remember this.
Better, more accurate theme song.
Yeah, so far the music.
Until this. Then they just jacked the fucking Mountain King.
Yeah.
Oh, there we are. Oh wow! Look at this. We got some Tom and Jerry stuff going on here. We got Robot Chicken. So that's where they got the idea for Robot Chicken, right there. Seth Green gonna sue somebody. Oh wait! Oh, I was hoping that was a chili dog.
No, the chili dogs were from the good cartoon.
From the good one.
Yeah. Like, what was the direction with this? It's Looney Tunes, guys.
Yeah, it's Looney Tunes, but on the other hand, no one's trying to turn anybody on here. I'm reasonably sure that first one was trying to.
Okay. Fair.
That whatever animal she was, she had a belly button.
I'm gonna stop.
Like
talking.
that was a little weird. Was that an awakening?
I was a big Sally fan.
Were you a Sally fan? Was she an important part of your sexual awakening?
I'm not gonna go that far.
No.
But I mean,
what about Lola Bunny?
Did you ever close your eyes?
You
and
have a
think of
wiener
Sally?
when you're 6. That's all I'm gonna say. Ladies and gentlemen, I love you all. We're going to end this episode now. It's probably the best for everybody. See you later. Yes. Thank you for enjoying that episode. I hope that you did. Click here to subscribe to Kind of Funny Games. Click there to subscribe to Kind of Funny. Click there to support us on Patreon. And click here for a Sasha Banks intro video.